And she's like, dude, you know where it is, right? Make sure you're not followed or anything.
Copy on that. I'm gonna pick up the rag and I'm gonna dump Warrior's water out and I'm gonna get them some new water. And I'm gonna get them some fresh hay. And I'm gonna give them a kiss on the nose. And then I'm gonna just walk away.
As you go to walk away, you catch sight of two individuals.
Oh no!
Oh no. I'm just gonna like...
One of them quickly kind of ducks around the corner, but the other is Jacob.
I'm just gonna like kind of... Because I'm still pretty furrowed. Like, I just kind of give him a dark glare and I just keep walking. Because I won't talk to anybody.
Trace behind. I'm not gonna follow you or anything. I'm just like exiting the same time you were exiting and letting you go off on your thing. So I would see Jacob.
Yeah, you see Jacob.
And now she wants to see Jacob.
Yeah,
I don't.
And now Wyatt's completely terrified of me for the rest of my life.
No, I wasn't talking to Wyatt. You're nice and rude. That's okay. So
yeah, you see Jacob kind of like standing there. It looks like he tried to get your attention kind of with the...
You know, I don't want to talk to any. I do not want to converse. And I just kind of like give like a dark glare and I'm just like, I just kind of like pit it and I just stomp away.
He sees you.
I'll approach.
He kind of looks over and actually he's kind of on the corner of the vulgar pony.
Oh, wait. I got my cloak and my weapons from you.
Good point. Yes. You come out. Go.
Good to know. Good to know.
Fuck!
Nice. There.
Woo!
Yes, you got your cloak.
He did hit me, right? Like, did I take, what kind of damage do I mean, like,
You took 4 damage, I think.
I mean, like, but I'm bleeding anywhere? Like, do I need to, like...
You got some deep tissue bruises that are probably going to show up.
Okay, well then...
You can heal yourself, too.
Oh, that's right, I can.
You have 2 points.
Can I do healing hands on myself? I'll do that in a minute.
Okay.
Or no, I'm gonna do it right now.
Just again.
I'm doing it right now.
You have 2 points of healing.
2 points, so I'm gonna plus 2.
Yeah, easy enough. Good to know.
26. Just wanted to do some healing hands on me before I get attacked by a killer croc in the woods.
I don't think I'll need it the rest of the
Where's
day.
my rage?
Whenever I was like bandaging her up, can I go back and say that I did my healing hands on her as I was bandaging her?
Yeah,
okay,
it makes sense. That makes sense.
That would be 3 extra points.
Plus, she's so nice to me.
Nice. Anyway, so that was like as I was wrapping and pulling and... Anyway, so yeah. So now I'm with Jacob.
Yeah,
and
so
Wyatt's around the corner?
Wyatt is around the corner. So right now he's kind of like at the edge of the vulgar pony. And so Jacob is out kind of like the marketplace is over here. Like his back is kind of to the wall and he was watching from the stables. And if you approach, you catch a glimpse of there's Wyatt is kind of hanging off of his shoulder on the other side.
So that's like on the corner?
Yeah, on the corner.
Okay.
He's waiting on the corner, so
Gotcha.
Wyatt's on like the alley side. And
Gotcha. He's in the shadows.
Yeah, he's in the shadows.
I'm
coming
kind
for
of
you.
pulled over, his arms are kind of crossed.
Okay, I will talk to Jacob and Wyatt. Okay, so I approach because I assume that he kind of nodded to me as well.
Yeah,
a little bit.
So he spotted you and kind of
Just
gave you a nod.
Okay, I'll approach. You're like, I saw your fight.
I saw yours, or rather your cousin's.
Yes. I did as well. I was kind of like...
Is she always like that?
No, she is not. But I understand if you want to revoke your previous travel together offer.
Oh, that's
But she's not normally like that. I kind of like look back on it, and I guess I can like see like her little figure mark stomping in the woods.
Yeah, she's stomping at him.
Mm-hmm. I look concerned, like... Sorry.
You see like a red aura around me. I'm like, ah!
Yeah. So, I was like, revoke your offer if you want.
No, that's all the more reason we think we should hire you.
Yeah, she's definitely a good one to have on your side.
I noticed.
So embarrassed.
You hear Wyatt kind of almost snort just a little bit.
This man's about to get his throat ripped out.
Wait, you said that took
Alright. That was Sophia talking. Sophia.
He's like, huh. Are you going to be joining in the fray?
I do not think so. I never much cared for being in the spotlight. for displaying my abilities to everyone.
Fair enough.
Doesn't want to be a show off, it's fine. I'm too good to...
You're not there! You're like muttering to yourself in the woods.
Like, you sure you don't want to take over management or something for the Vulgar Pony? They might be needing it.
Oh,
Oh,
God!
Have you
I killed him! I killed him!
have you seen Nicholas?
Oh no, they're dragging him off.
Is he dead?
I mean, we don't really have any clerics here, so they're trying to do what they can.
Dude, I just spent my points! Never mind. He's fine. I didn't say that. I just gave you all my
Oh, shoot! I think I used all my points too. Yeah, no, I did on myself.
Yeah, we did.
Yikes.
I should have saved one. But not for him.
Somebody likes him.
I was like, not really a pleasant individual.
Not in particular. And to be fair, he did spit on her, which is
That's just not very gentlemanlike.
not very.
I wasn't very ladylike though.
But then again, she wasn't very ladylike.
He kind of like kind of corner of his smile, kind of leans up. He kind of glances over at Wyatt for a second because he kind of shifts and kind of pushes himself further, kind of back into the shadows. And you can, yeah, he seems tense still.
Wyatt does?
Wyatt does.
Okay.
And he's like, I wanted to talk to you both, but in particular, and he kind of gives him a sharp elbow. And he's like, he had something he wanted to say to you.
Get that apology right now.
Does he really? Can I make eye contact with him? Does he look up at all?
With Wyatt?
Yeah.
He still looks nervous, and Jacob looks over at him. He's like, we talk about this. Get over here.
Yes,
And
get that ass.
He's just tense. And Jacob, in a moment, and you think he's gonna like kind of punch him on the shoulder, like, you know, like play nice. But instead he kind of lays this like reassuring hand on his shoulder.
Oh, he really is scared
And-
of us. And I just fucking
I wonder if it's drow. Okay, never mind. Sorry. That's just
And Wyatt, you can see him just throws his hood back, and you can kind of see his hair actually is kind of tied in this little low ponytail.
Yes!
It's just maybe barely an inch that kind of hangs off the back of his head. And he kind of looks over. And he kind of has these like hazily eyes, which actually on one of his eyes, the pupil is actually kind of lined in silver. As he kind of looks over at you, and you're kind of like this gold silver mix in one of his eyes just kind of throws you off for a second. He goes, This
is so adorable. They're like
little
brothers.
He's like, arms down.
I want to be here. Damn it.
And he does make eye contact for like that half second, and you just watch like this ripple of tension kind of go through his body as he just kind of looks back down to the ground. He's like, eyes. And Jacob says to him, eyes, and he's like,
And this man is struggling.
He really is.
looks back up to you, and he's like, I want to apologize for what I said yesterday. It was
Apology not
rude.
accepted.
Sorry.
I kind of pause for a second, and then I kind of like nod my head slowly, like.
Acknowledge
You see the
Acknowledge
tension release just a little bit. He kind of turns back. He puts his hood back up and kind of.
Just wait till he has to face
folds
me
his
and
arms.
apologize.
Oh no.
There'll be no eye contact. He's
And-
gonna be like gone.
You can see, Jake kind of like gives him like a little reassuring nudge. She's like, "Get off me!" Spin kind of says, "Get off me!"
Yeah. So I did like an acknowledgement, kind of like a friendly mini acknowledgement, just like a.
Yeah. He's like, He's like, Wyatt would also like to take you to lunch. He's like, yes!
Take her to lunch!
Reaches around and gives him a slap, and he manages to dodge out of it. He's kind of laughing a little bit.
Did you see her? She went.
I did not.
She did.
I can't detect that.
Her eyes brightened up.
Her eyes, just a little bit of twinkle. And he's like, no, seriously, he, as an apology, it's going to kill him, but, you know, he probably deserves a little bit of punishment after the things that he said, so...
He called us prostitutes.
If he...
Remember, because I told you what I overheard.
You're just like I said like a version of you.
Talavin is in the back of her head. He called us a prostitute! Beat his ass!
Yeah. Jacob looks and he's like, he's not very eloquent. He probably won't talk during the entire lunch, but, if he doesn't pay, he looks and glares at him. He's like, be sure to tell me.
Oof. Big brother syndrome.
Jacob kind of looks, he's like, dude. It's like, I know I'm essentially being hang on, there's a new word, there's a new term for wingman.
Wingman.
Wingman. I think it's a term I heard in
interesting
some of the... I know. I don't know where it came from. Maybe...
2021.
I don't know where it came from. It was in one of the towns that we passed by. Heard it on a whim.
I see.
It's rude of him not to actually say it himself, but he's actually going to follow through. Aren't you? He kind of looks over and Wyatt just kind of...
What the big baby.
Yes.
Biting the inside of his cheek.
His eyes kind of like turn over and his eyes kind of catch yours again.
Okay, I agree. I'm like, I accept your apology offering.
Apology offering.
At that point, he kind of taps him on the shoulder again. He's like, well, I'm going to go get myself cleaned up because I have got some deep bruises that need some attention. And Mr. Dodges everything.
Mr. Dodges everything.
Mr. Dodges everything over here. He's going to take you to lunch.
Thank you. Have a nice time.
Thanks.
So cool. It's like when Guy Sensei thinks he's being cool, and in Kakashi's head he's like,
Not cool.
I want to be cool.
so we're Guy Sensei, and we're trying to be Kakashi.
Yeah.
I want to be Kakashi.
As he kind of gives a nod and he goes into the vulgar pony. And
I'm gonna wait a second until
his arms are still
Jacob
kind of
leaves. I'm gonna turn to Wyatt and be like, "It's okay if you don't want to follow through with this. I don't particularly have an
He
interest."
always finds out. He always manages to find out what it is that I'm doing. I just need to just go through with it.
I will accept cash.
A cash bribery.
That actually, like, that statement actually kind of makes him smile just a little bit. No. We don't have a whole lot of that.
Oh no. I feel bad. I feel worse. I need to give them some of the gold that I won off of them.
You don't owe them anything.
Okay,
So he kind of looks like, where do you want to go?
It's so cute.
You're still walking.
I know, I'm not there. I'm not there.
You're
You're
still
just
walking.
This is Sophia in spirit, just fangirl. I'm like, yes.
Well, I've only been to the Sleepy Dog Inn.
You're not gonna eat that vulgar pony.
Not too many other places, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, technically you've only had their breakfast and you might have something good for lunch.
What else? Well, shall we? Last chance. You don't have to do this.
No,
I don't have
to.
I don't have a particular interest in having lunch.
I have to sleep at some
Yes, you
point,
do, but cut it out.
and he knows when I try to sleep. He just kind of just starts stalking over to the Sleepy Dog Inn.
He's totally based off of ta-ta-ta-ta.
Ta-ta-ta-ta.
Wait, what's not Talon, that's you. My Hero Academia.
Tamaki.
Tamaki! He's totally based off of Tamaki! You totally. I don't believe you.
No.
He's so
Oh, like,
skulky
in
and
the
he's
shadows, and he's
socially
like,
awkward.
yes. but he's also
cute.
super cool.
I just live here.
Yeah, just begin stalking across the room.
I'll just kind of like match his pace, like. Yeah, I'll just match his pace.
Yeah. He still seems a little bit rigid. He still seems a little bit tense, but he actually does hold the door open for you as he kind of goes over and holds it.
Nod a little bit, walk in.
Shuts the door behind.
We're gonna get some. Eat some crocodile.
And as you go in, you hear.
It's Mo.
No.
Mo. I did not write down Mo. I did. I don't think she's gonna be it. Or he.
She.
Actually, you see a man who is currently holding the baby.
So cute.
Also,
baby.
just kind of a nice full face. He actually has on glasses that kind of hook up and around his ears, just kind of these circular rims. They're not very thick, but they're just kind of like thin circular rims. And Mo is just kind of grabbing and releasing the sides of the rims, just over and over, and just. And there's just kind of like little bits of spit kind of like on his glass. And he's like, oh, hi.
Spit on his glasses.
He kind of takes it, kind of wipes it off, kind of squints. He's like, can I get you anything? Kind of has to do that as baby's trying to grab at the lenses again. He just grabs her hands.
Are you serving your midday meal?
Yes, we are.
Yes. Can we partake?
Yes,
Just partake.
Being cool.
That was not cool.
I want to be cool.
I begins to twitch. Must be cool. He's like, we have boar strips. We have a little bit of rice today, and I think we actually managed to find. Begins pulling on his ear. He's like, I'm not going to pull on my ear today. I have to double check with my wife, but there's something green. She knows how to pronounce it. I don't.
That's fine.
2 of those. Kind of gives a nod. Like, okay, you're coming with me. As he goes into the back.
Bye, Mom. Okay.
You see her.
I want to wave back, but I don't think my character would.
Wave back. It is okay. It's okay.
It's a baby. Okay, I just kind of like. And then. Oh, wait, no. I do this.
She's like, she's like staring at you as she's being taken to the back.
Oh, it's so cute.
Oh, baby.
You can sense like Wyatt's eyes kind of like on this interaction. You can see like the little bit of the corner of his smile is just kind of there, a little bit. And he still seems rigid, but he kind of just pulls just a little bit on the side of his lips. He's like, "Is there a place you want to sit?"
Not in particular.
Just go sit down, Mackenzie. Just point over there.
He looks, we're going to the corner. And he goes over to the corner. Oh,
I
which
knew
is
it.
kind of the shadiest.
I called it.
He kind of sits in the back and kind of pulls down his hood and kind of actually pulls out his hair and kind of ties it. His arms
so
folded
awesome.
across his chest and kind of is leaning over.
I'm
Still
in
seems kind of tense.
my armor. I guess. Let's see. I have my sword and I have everything on me.
But you actually notice he has 2 daggers, like kind of on his belt, which he removed for the fight.
Okay. So I sit
These two
down.
don't look like they have a lot of weapons. I'm getting nervous.
I'll just sit for a minute. Just be like, so why are you so nervous?
Oh shit! Getting straight to the good stuff. Yes, please.
Make a persuasion roll.
Whoa.
10.
He's like 10.
Am I really that scary? I say as I like I have like my gray skin and my white eyes. I'm like, oh god.
It's not just you being scary.
You're like, is it my cousin?
So I am scared. It's okay. That's not cool.
It's not because of the kind of points at you usually.
Nice.
So it's not.
I blink in this one.
I'm just gonna sit there quietly.
This man is smart to get that right.
I know it's like a challenge.
How do you get the information out of the people that don't want to talk?
He takes out a piece of parchment
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
and just kind of takes it out, kind of flattens it, and just begins kind of folding it quietly.
Oh man, not an orc army full. Man, this is not.
No, he's just folding it. Just
like
there are no ancient fidget spinners.
Oh. Ancient fidget spinner.
There are no ancient fidget spinners.
I'm gonna invent them and make trillions.
He's like folding it. He's creasing it. He's just kind of messing with just something to mess with.
Mm-hmm. What do I have? Wait.
Oh, that's luck.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
I have my charisma. I cast my charisma.
Oh my god, you're gonna cast a spell on him?
No, it's
That's
not
not
a
gonna-
spell on me. It makes people like me. Wait,
Wait,
no,
what are
no,
you
that's a
casting?
bad thing to do. I take it back.
What are you casting?
Nothing. I'm not gonna cast anything because then he would know that I cast a spell on him to make him like me.
Oh,
that would be bad.
I don't do
I'm
that.
gonna cast friends.
No, it's not friends. I have like the frighten / charm,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
but charm it like manipulates people. I thought it was just
Yeah.
gonna make myself
Like she did to Nicholas.
Yeah.
like to relax.
yeah, it makes
Whoa.
other people.
Wait a second. I have. Wait, no.
I thought she was pointing at sleep. I was like, damn.
Hang on. Who was it? I will make you sleep. Wait. Was that in this one? Phantasmal force, calm emotions. I have calm emotions, which makes me seem not intimidating.
Yeah, could you hand me
Hang
the
on.
book?
Yeah. It's calm emotions.
If-
Because I'm not just gonna cast it. Can I try something?
Oh, you're gonna ask him? This man's gonna be like, get me away from me.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him. I'm not just gonna be like, be calm. It's not gonna work.
I mean, it might.
Cause I'm gonna just like ask him if I can. Can I try something? Can I try something on you?
Can I try some magic on you, please? Grin frighteningly.
Cause it's a charisma saving throw.
Oh, so like he could block it.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna do it threatening
Yes.
though, if I can. It's supposed to calm threatening emotions and make me seem not like a threat.
It's less of that and more of like you suppress any effect causing a target to be charmed or frightened. And then alternatively, you can make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice.
So right now he's scared, so I can make him indifferent.
You could make him feel nothing.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
He would be completely neutral.
Never mind. Okay.
Just stop being so cool and just be normal, man. Normal Mackenzie.
Oh, I cast poison spray. No. We're gonna druid craft something. Okay, what should I druid craft? Because he's fidgeting, spinning.
He's kind of crinkling the paper.
What can I make?
What's something that people like to like fidget with?
I can make him a fidget spinner.
Oh my god. Don't do
I'm
that.
gonna do that.
He's not a
You
child.
don't know what a fidget spinner is.
I can do something.
So you're gonna make a pinwheel, essentially. You're going to make a very small pinwheel out of wood.
Just like give him like a little block to like take apart and put together. Like a jigsaw, like one of those like super
You're
high
not
tech
there.
Chinese
She's
jigsaw
gonna give it
puzzles.
Here, it's up.
I'll take suggestions. Hang on. What's like a small little thing that you can like touch and play with, like little buttons, not buttons, like some kind of fun, cute little thing that I can make. I want to make a druidcraft.
I've thought of something.
Will you suggest?
Well, no. Of course not.
Please. Roll to tell me. 11.
Top. A little wooden top.
Thank you. I make a top.
A top. What?
What is that? Like the whoosh, and then it spins.
Oh, a
Yeah.
spinner. Okay, like a dreidel.
Yeah,
Sure.
like that.
A top.
But not
Like a
spinning.
dreidel.
Yes, I'm
you
gonna
take
just
a moment, and he seems a little bit nervous whenever he sees the greenish energy just kind of like flowing through your fingers. But as you begin kind of like weaving it and spinning the ends, you kind of make this nice little disc with a little point at the end. Bink. And you take it and you kind of spin. He kind of watches it for a second. Cool.
Would you like to try?
As it rolls on its side.
Natural 20! What? Oh, sorry.
Take hesitantly reaches out, whips it up and spins it. And stares at it for a little bit and it's like,
It'll last a bit longer than the paper. Parchment.
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 And looks at it, and at this point it's so crinkled and torn, it's kind of soft. Like, wait, this is from me?
I can
Leans
make
back a
another
little
one.
bit. Make a persuasion roll. With advantage.
With advantage? 5? 18! 18 with...
+4.
Plus 4 is 22.
Kind of stares at it for a little bit longer. And as it leans out, takes it and spins it again. Okay. Thanks.
He needs to take a chill pill. He's making me anxious. I can feel tension in my shoulders.
Oh, brother.
He... Huh?
Nothing.
Your... kind of... your question from earlier is if I was afraid of you.
Essentially.
It's not a you thing. It's just a thing that happens when you grow up in the city.
You totally took my idea from my other character. Sorry.
Mackenzie.
That was me.
Shh.
I'm back.
Nora's back.
You grew up in the city.
He takes the top and kind of spins it again. Seems grateful to have something to kind of watch, kind of keep his mind preoccupied from staring at kind of like
My orb eyes.
Yeah.
Because they're like opalescent.
Endless
white.
soul. What?
Your gun!
Yeah.
What city?
It's north. Pasto. You actually passed through that city.
I passed toe that city. I passed toe that city.
Take psychic damage.
Takes damage. Talavin takes damage as she's taking it back. No!
You did manage to make it to the pool, by the way.
Yes.
You don't notice anything strange.
Do I take a perception? Insight?
Your perception.
Perception?
Yeah, perception.
You missed. Has to be in there.
Perception? 16.
16. One thing about you don't see anything out of the ordinary. It just kind of seems nice and quiet.
Just going to slip on in there.
You slip in and take off your
Strip.
armor and slip into the pool.
I'm just gonna
It's just warm.
think about all my mistakes. My whole life.
Okay.
I cry.
Yeah, but
So pasto.
Pathstone.
Pathstow?
Pathstone.
I'm not taking notes because I know this is not for me.
Pathstone.
I see. So I passed through there. And what type of city is it? Is it like kind of a small, dirty city or like a big, big city? Pasto!
Gaston! What?
Pathstow, it's a little bit bigger of a city. It's
I don't know.
it's by no means as big as like the capital. It's by means as big as where you grew up or where your cousin grew up. But it's big enough to hold a significant amount of population, probably around 2,000 people or so. Or no, it's probably around 3,000 people. You remember that there were, several taverns. You actually stayed in one of the taverns that was there. You saw several magic shops, but one thing that you noticed, actually, make a perception check, or it could be like an
History?
Intelligence?
That's way back. It could be like an intelligence thing. It could be like a perception thing. One thing that you noticed.
Perception is +4 and intelligence is
+3.
+3.
We're doing perception.
Yes.
And since you were there for a few days, you have advantage.
19. But let's see if we can do better. No. 19.
No!
No, we can't do better than that, Jill. One thing that you remember that was a little bit off-putting about the city was the nightlife.
Okay.
What was it?
Nightlife.
No. Okay, so he just said he was from that one place.
Patstow. And Patstow. And you remember, because, you stayed there for a couple of days before leaving. And you remember it just had a very active nightlife.
I see.
And he kind of seems to be shutting down a little bit as his arms kind of fold and he lets the top kind of spin out and it just kind of sits there for a solid minute. And thankfully that's whenever your food arrives. And it's in this like lovely bowl and kind of sets the two in front, kind of hands you guys some utensils and it's like, enjoy. It's like, no mo. It's like, that's right. Can you say hi?
No, but Smurf.
Spits all over your food.
It's fine.
Just hold her hands out and kind of does little grabby fingers and
I'm
she's
gonna play with this sword. Viking baby.
Oh my.
Okay. Just be like, I wink at mom like, think. Just trying. I kind of just like.
and you can see he's kind of smiling too a little bit.
Who doesn't like a baby?
Oh, it's a good baby.
He kind of lets out a shaky breath and kind of goes back and spins the top again. Just quietly begins picking at the food. Begins kind of quietly picking at it.
Let's see. I shouldn't talk about that. That's the only thing I can think of today. To not mention that. Yes, I would say. Is that where you met Jacob?
He kind of stops picking at it. And glances up and kind of nods. Continues picking at his food. He's taking a couple bites here and there.
I suppose I kind of do the same thing.
Like Guy and Lee with the stew. He's like, and their faces turning purple.
Oh no, I just pick at it. I'm so used to being the comic relief.
Oh
Okay.
man.
Yeah, so.
We need a little comic relief.
Oh, so.
Mr. Depression over here.
Kind of pokes at it a little bit harder, saying, talk about something else. Where are you from?
Let's talk shit about Talavin.
Where am I from? Wait, what was the name of it? Wait, I forgot the name. Did I write it down?
I don't think I have it written down. I would know where she's from, wouldn't I?
You're not there.
No, I'm just asking.
Yeah,
like,
you
just
know.
as like, where is she from?
Shoot, what was the name of it? I'm from.
I don't have it written down.
From this perspective, it would be south, right? No, it would be west.
Southwest.
Southwest. Okay.
Coalesce Croix?
What was the name of the woods?
You're gonna tell him you're from the Fae?
The Fae?
Like, what do you mean
No.
the woods?
No, like I grew up in a drow. Like
Yep, Matheson, what is it called? Because I'm supposed to know it, and you never told me.
village.
Merryweather Timber Grove.
Oh right.
Remember where you're from.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't.
Can we spell it
Merryweather.
for me?
Meri
Meri.
Wether.
Wether.
Then Timber Grove. Timbergrove.
VE.
VE. V is in Victor.
And this is where Nora is from.
This is where Nora is from. Nora and her family.
And
This
it's on
massive forest.
that northern island that I grew up on.
Yeah.
Cold.
Croix Coliseo.
Oh, I wrote it backwards. That's why there's an arrow there. I was like, what the hell? She said that one first. Oh, I was like, okay.
Croix Coliseo.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So that's home continent, and then
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Merryweather. Okay.
And you're from the Merryweather Timber
I
Grove.
don't think I know that. Okay, anyway, I'm quite a ways off, more southwest. I grew up in the woods.
Damn, not even a name.
Yeah.
He kind of deserves that, though.
Kind of deserves a
Picks
name.
picks at it a little bit more. Do you miss it?
Not particularly.
Oh, damn.
It's something we have in common. It's kind of eating slowly.
Mm-hmm. That's not. Okay, hang on. I was gonna talk about.
Oh, talk about yourself. Yes, please.
Um,
Speak words.
Let me see.
Sophia wants to know.
I'm sorry.
He
I'm like.
reaches over and kind of, spins the top again.
Okay.
And watches it.
Yes.
You're enjoying.
No, I
you're
can't
back to
talk
becoming
about
one
my
giant
cousin.
prune, by the way.
That's okay.
You're just becoming just one giant prune.
I mean, they haven't been eating that long. Like, by the time they got their food is probably by the time I got to the bath.
Yeah.
So technically, I'm not the prune yet.
Not yet.
'Cause
but-
they just started
but
eating.
so far, you're just you're letting yourself become one giant prune.
Yes, I will
At
be a
this-
giant prune because I deserve it.
Have you ever heard of Merryweather Timber Grove?
His eyes kind of flash up. He's like, heard stories about the place. Is that where you're from?
Yes. What stories have you
Little
heard?
cute sparkly eyes. They're just so cute.
The gigantic beasts live there. That very few people actually go in and leave and remember. That some of the finest craftsmen live there.
You're not wrong.
But I've seen monsters.
Yet,
I would have seen those.
you would have seen a lot of monsters. There are a lot of gigantic beasts in Merryweather Timber Grove.
Okay.
Yes,
Well, you were right on both accounts.
Yay.
Oh. He's so distant.
One thing I do miss from the woods, though, is being able to go off by myself and just listen to nature.
Kind of looks.
That's pretty deep right there now.
He kind of looks up at you, and he actually prolongs his gaze for a second. Because that's cool.
Don't mind your eyes. Look stoic. Oh god, that was very not stoic.
No,
I
imagine my character's doing okay.
Kind of nods.
Of course, occasionally, if you go off by yourself, you get caught by large monsters by yourself.
And see where that'd be a problem. Doesn't seem to be a problem for you, though. Kind of spins the top again.
Yes, but over time, you learn how to avoid them. I actually liked observing them if they hadn't noticed me first. They're just creatures.
She's spilling out all her damn guts. I couldn't get a damn word out of her.
You can see, like, very subtly his tension's relaxing just a little bit. He's still being cautious, but, like, he's trying to make conversation. What little he can. He still seems very uncomfortable. But he is.
The poor baby. I feel bad.
Mm-hmm. See.
Wrap this up. I'm becoming a pro. I bust in the door and I'm like, dun, 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 dun.
No, you've got a whole battle to use. I would just give me this one date, okay? I don't know what I'm doing.
Yes.
Let's see, so I'm sending the monsters, and I like the monsters.
Where did you leave?
Ooh, that's a bit more complicated.
Looks. Do something about that.
Do not ask him why he left.
I just kind of hesitate for a second, and then
He notes immediately that you start getting uncomfortable, and he kind of starts kind of backing off. He kind of pulls the bowl a little bit closer to him, kind of leans back, and kind of nervously kind of plays with the top, kind of rolling it between his fingers before having it spin again.
I just kind of pause for a second, and I make eye contact and say, "Someone very dear to me told me to leave, and so I did, and I came here."
I'm the best.
Do you have someone like that you do anything that they ask you to?
He shakes his head. He's like, Jacob, but he knows where to sleep. I know better than to. He's a prankster.
Oh, God, no.
It's best not to upset a prankster.
It seems you two are quite an odd match, quite opposite.
Nods. Kind of thankful for the sudden redirection of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about Jacob then. This makes you comfortable.
That's where I'm leaning towards. Like,
Yeah, he's not afraid of anything.
So maybe I did scare him.
well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Oh. But everyone's afraid of something. I imagine he just puts on a brave face.
Thanks. I've never seen him be afraid. Let's put it like that.
I see. Well, he's very chipper. So was it his idea to start making wine, or was it your idea?
I guess it's kind of almost a little bit of a smile. It's my idea.
I see.
I understood the formula. I got it wrong the first couple times, but that's what you get when you don't know numbers well.
I laugh a little bit. I've never been very good at math myself. I've always been better at working with my hands.
He kind of nods. You can see it, yeah.
I made this armor.
You see his eyes kind of widen, like, you
Yes, I did.
made the armor.
Well, in the big, bad, scary Merryweather Timber Grove, we have to occupy ourselves somehow.
He actually kind of looks impressed, like, looks like, what does it do?
That's a secret.
Oh, he deserves that one too.
He kind of looks curiously for a second.
I can't go telling everyone my wiles.
Oh
Why do you
my,
think I
she's a
didn't
little
fight?
witty.
He kind of seems like you didn't fight because you don't have an idiot dragging you everywhere.
Oh, I have one of those.
He actually kind of chuckles a little bit.
Laughing at my expense.
I'm sorry.
he actually does kind of chuckle a little bit, and he's like,
Don't you dare.
he kind of looks, and he's like, they keep life interesting.
Oh,
You
indeed.
definitely keep us out of our comfort zones. And I like my comfort zone.
Well, seems that Jacob is pulling you out of your comfort zone again. by inviting my cousin and I along with you.
Nods slowly. He's like,
You should ask the word earlier.
yeah. It's not. He's kind of getting that little bit of rigidness again. He's like, it's not personal. It's just.
I kind of like I nod like almost knowingly, but I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna like be like, oh, I know,
What happened to you?
I know, because I'm very insightful.
Yeah, you have your suspicions about what might have happened.
Okay. Let's see. Well, it's only for a short time. Only just traveling to the next city north, which I didn't write its name down.
He kind of shudders.
What was the name of that city again? Oh,
Is it the one that we were
dear.
just talking about?
It's the town up north.
So the nearest town north is Nancledra, which is
Spell.
Nancledra.
D-R-A?
Dra. Yes, Nancledra. And then
And that's the next northern city?
Oh wait. No, Nancledra is where you came from. Sorry. Nancledra is the city that you came from. The nearest town is actually Bamberg.
Spell.
Bamburgh. Bamberg is actually the next northern town where you came from. And then Pathstow is just beyond that.
Oh, okay. North of...
So she's already been to this city?
She's been to both cities. She had to pass through both of these cities in order to get to Willends.
Wait, sorry, what was the one that Wiley is from? Wyatt?
Wyatt is from Pathstow.
Pathstone.
And whenever he kind of says, oh, we're going north, you can see him kind of shudder a little bit.
Oh.
Bird.
Kind of ruffles his fingers through his hair a little bit nervously, kind of tussles into his eyes a little bit.
He has
Like,
bangs.
a little bit of bangs.
You're going to sell your wine there.
I'll try to.
Do you have a storefront? No. Just on the street. Like
you have
how
a
I
cart?
sold my crocodile.
Oh my.
That's a very effective way of selling things, I'll tell you.
Makes sense. We'll have to bring it up to him. Of course, he probably already has everything planned and is already doing whatever it is that he does. He just keeps talking. Just always talking. Keeps me up all night just talking.
Well, he does know where you sleep.
He knows where I sleep. I can't even hide from him.
You mean like you did in the barn today?
You're not there.
Oh. Not that Mackenzie remembers.
So what were you doing in the barn today?
I'm trying to sleep.
Oh.
Where Jacob didn't know where you were?
Nods. I was like, I got a few hours in and then snuck out of the room. Thought I'd rather contend with the cold than his snoring.
Oh, that's not attractive.
What did you hear?
Yikes.
This morning, that he offered you all a position to accompany us. And I wanted to go beat his face in. I didn't hear a lot after. I heard muttering. I just thought you all might be talking. We couldn't find a good way to leave.
Did you hear what we were talking about? Kind of like bristle a little bit. Just,
He kind of shakes his head.
okay. I relax. Good. Thought you might be eavesdropping.
No, I woke up to him singing to that horse of his.
He was made for you.
He's perfect! Oh, no!
Yes.
He thinks it brings him good luck. It's like a superstition. It's stupid, but it seems to be working.
Singing to the horse?
Singing to the horse.
Which one is it?
There was 2? There was 2.
Yeah.
Singing to his horse?
Yeah, singing to his horse.
What's his name? I'm like, kind of like, because I like animals. Like animals.
It's so stupid. He calls her Buttercup.
Oh God, no!
What
Why is he
Buttercup?
such a male equestrian?
I have no idea.
Why would
He
you
says
put
it's
butter
from
in
where
a
he's.
cup?
I don't know.
I think that's what he used to drink.
That's literally, that is literally every male equestrian's first home.
He used to drink butter.
Oh, Buttercup.
Because he's like, I don't know. He tried to explain it to me, and I lost interest.
Yes,
May I see her? May I see her?
His horse?
Mm-hmm.
You have to ask him.
Oh,
He seems to kind of relax a little bit again. He kind of spins the top a little bit.
He has a horse as well.
Do you have a horse as well?
What's his name?
It's not named Buttercup, is it? Butterbowl?
No.
Butterspoon?
No.
Oh,
No,
God.
Nothing. I wanted to call him Lard. But he wouldn't let me.
I kind of like. I'm just a little bit.
How could you? It's horrible. Horses care what their names are. Thank you very much.
No, he said he wanted to name it Lard.
I know.
But-
How dare he? Does he want his horse to kill him?
Make an insight check.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, obviously you. I'm not there. Talavin makes an inside check from the bath.
Oh, so his name is Lard.
Wait, you think he's being dead serious? He's like, no. His name is Nirn.
Oh my God,
No, Nirn.
no! Wherever you are.
Nirn.
Near.
Her part is showing.
Near. Sorry. I'm not. That's me. That's not.
On what?
That was me. It's compulsive.
Talavin's just taking hit points.
Water hurting me.
She's being funny. No!
I don't want to be funny anymore.
Why won't she just accept who she truly is?
Ah.
Oh Lord.
I'm here.
Reel it in.
He's like,
That's an interesting name.
you think it's stupid, don't you?
I've never had a horse, so I don't know what I would name.
Bad fucking cuddle.
You want to name mine?
Oh God.
He already has a name.
An animal only gets one name. That's the name.
He kind of just kind of shrugs like he doesn't know anything about like
He obviously doesn't know anything at all about
there's
horses.
like a certain amount of creativity usually like when naming yeah, and so
Another hit point.
He's like,
I'm down to like 5 hit points. I'm like dragging myself out of the water.
how you're drowning yourself. It's like you get in the water.
what is going on? Well, can I see near?
Kind of finish poking at his food. Are you done? You haven't really taken a bite of anything.
Oh, I've been picking at it though.
She's been picking at this. She said it a couple times.
Okay.
Don't do that.
No, that was
That's
me.
not cool.
No.
It's not cool.
Push straight in his face. Not a vibe.
Not a vibe. After here.
He kind of nods and spins the top again.
Okay.
You talking about anything else?
I'm literally shriveling up in this thing.
I guess let me talk a little more about my hometown.
Okay.
It's okay. I'll tell you later. We never got the chance to talk.
Never got the chance.
You were too busy biting people's throats out.
I'm so busy.
Listen.
What?
Nothing. This is totally our dynamic in and out of game. Yes, I would tell him a little more about my hometown, and we'd probably talk about Jacob, and maybe I'd ask him about how he makes the wine, or not trying to get secrets or anything, just like seeing if he's passionate about it. Those are like the
He, even though he says he doesn't really understand numbers, he understands how certain things blend well together. And so he has a couple of really interesting ideas for wines, but the one that seems to work out the best so far is this one.
the white
The white
was it
chocolate
white
raspberry?
chocolate raspberry?
Yes.
Yes, raspberry with like this subtle white chocolate.
Speaking of which, it's Valentine's Day. It's February 14th.
Happy
Valentine's Day. Single awareness. We have
We have chocolate bags! It makes us feel good about ourselves!
as I cannot. I can't. My hands are too sweaty.
Yes, so that's kind of what we were
just
talking
kidding.
about. Thank you.
Make out of, for various time constraint,
Yes.
well, relatively speaking, just make a couple of charisma
Okay,
checks.
I'm very much enjoying this conversation now. I'm sorry that you're bathing by yourself, but I'm very
It's fine.
much enjoying this. Okay, charisma 11, 16. One more? Yeah, just a second.
Yeah.
11, 16, and 16.
His body relaxes a little bit as he talks with you. He still seems kind of on edge, and he's still trying to get a good feed off of, he's still subtly suspicious because people always have ulterior motives, and you kind of get that vibe off of him of like he doesn't trust very quickly.
Yes, that's okay.
But through the course of the conversation, he seems to relax a little bit. And you can see, like, every once in a while, like, he'll kind of, like, a little smile, kind of, like, quirks, or he'll kind of chuckle, and he starts making a little bit more eye contact. So, you all finish, he pays, and then you all go over to the stables where he introduces you to Niren.
I would like to speak to Nora.
Alright.
Just
Oh
subtly.
my god.
Just subtly. Be like, hello.
Oh, please start nickering.
And he watches you start kind of like making these sounds to Niren. And at first he kind of like takes a step back and he's just watching you curiously. But what do you say to Niren?
I'm like, hello, Nora. My name is Nora.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
My name is Niren.
I rather like that name. That's a very good. Do you like your name?
Can't complain. It's a name,
It is a name.
and I get treats if I listen to it.
Oh,
Oh, what a good pony.
that's good. What's your favorite treat, Nora?
He kind of looks over at Wyatt. He kind of looks.
He's about to spill a good juicy secret.
Looks back at you and he's like, I do like those raspberries pretty good.
Oh, he gets
Every once in a while, it's, sometimes they're a little bit bitter, but make my head swirl pretty nice.
Do they give it to you in liquid form?
Yeah.
Oh god! Oh my god!
You know it?
Oh my god!
I've never had it, but I just know.
Pours alcohol!
Yeah.
No!
That's some good stuff.
Oh, that is very nice.
Usually, though, it's the fresh kind of stuff, but I can't complain about that.
That's very nice. Well, I understand we're going to be going on a short journey together.
Are we?
I'm just going
He
to
kind of
accompany
looks
you.
over at Wyatt. At that point, he kind of looks. He's like, "What are you saying? What are you saying to?" His eyes kind of like go wide. He's like, "What's going on?" What? Yeah, he's never really encountered anybody who's been able to speak with animals before, and so he watching this and seeing Niren actually like kind of like making eye contact and like you responding and you're like holding this conversation. He doesn't look freaked out, but he's confused and curious, but also like, this is you turning my horse against me.
Yeah, so he just asked me what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, I was just introducing myself. He likes his name, by the way.
He kind of looks. Eyes narrow at the horse. How are you doing that?
I'm speaking to Near.
Nonsense.
Oh, I just know how to talk to animals.
That's just the thing you do?
Oh, yes.
Can you all elves do that?
No.
Oh. Great. Great. Cool. This is fine.
He also really likes the wine that we give him.
You see him pale, and he's like, don't tell.
I turn back towards Near, and I'm kind of like scratching his nose, and then I kind of like glance behind me as I say like he really likes the wine, by the way. I was like, it may not be the best thing for him, but he likes it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Don't let Talavin find out.
Yeah. Why it just, pales, and he's like, don't tell Jacob.
She says, don't tell Talavin.
Oh, it'll just be between us. I kind of like scratch his nose a little bit and up between his eyes.
No, Wyatt is telling you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying this to me.
No, I'm saying, I'm like responding as I'm like running on him.
Okay. You hear from behind you.
So I'm just gonna be like, yeah, it's okay. It's just I'm speaking back to Nir. I'm like, oh, it'll just be for a short time. But I imagine we'll get along pretty well.
You do some pretty good nose screeches.
Oh, my heart.
Do you scratch? Are you itchy anywhere else?
Right under my chin, if you wouldn't be.
I kind of like.
Close to my cheek. Close to my cheek. Oh, that. You got some nice hands.
So, fun fact, horses actually will switch their tail, and they'll actually, if you scratch them in the right place, they'll actually scratch you back because it's like a bonding thing.
Oh, that's.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, his tail's swishing. That feels really nice.
Well, I'm sure we'll have much time to speak later.
I certainly hope so. Not too many conversational people here. Most of them ain't too friendly.
Oh,
Sorry to hear that.
being
Well, you do have your friend Buttercup. Are you friends with Buttercup?
If a horse could pale, he does. He's gonna.
He's exactly like Wyatt.
Yeah, he actually takes a little step off to the side away from Buttercup's stall. He's like, we don't get along too well.
Oh, no.
Buttercup has a wild look in his eye.
Oh, no. Is it a chestnut mare? Run for your lives! She's crazy!
At that point, you actually feel like...
You see like that visible shiver.
Yikes.
Yeah, but you kind of glance over at the chestnut, who's just kind of giving this side eye to Near, like...
Like,
Oh my.
like I look forward to traveling with you too, Buttercup. Or with just traveling with you, Buttercup.
Oh, so you're speaking to Buttercup now.
I just kind of glance over and I'm like, oh
Where she plays snorts.
no. Oh no!
Ears pinned.
Right, you better.
Even Talavin's not gonna fuck with her.
Buttercup, what's your... Oh no, never mind. Take it back. Okay, I'm like, I just kind of nod to both of them, and then I kind of step back, and I turn back to Wyatt.
He kind of seems not dazed. He seems mesmerized by the interaction he just watched.
That was the idea.
But also like confused. He doesn't seem to understand a lot of magic.
Oh, okay.
And so, like, whatever you did, whatever just transpired, he's just very highly paying attention to everything. He's not sure what happened, but...
Alright, so I'm gonna turn to him and say, like, well, thank you for introducing me to Nirn and Buttercup.
Talavin can feel the hatred.
And I'm also going to say, and thank you very much for lunch. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
He holds out the top.
You can keep it. I know the recipe to make another one.
Kind of tucks it into his palm and he kind of grins.
See you tomorrow.
Later, just say later.
He kind of nods. Hello! Good boy.
This is Loki.
It's like, you have to go tell Jacob that I fulfilled my end of the bargain. Because he won't believe if I tell him.
I see. Even if you show him the top.
Damn, this man is suspect.
Okay. Alright. Where's your... Well, I guess, will you show me where Jacob is?
He'll just be inside the tavern, most likely.
It just fades into darkness.
At that point, you can see him. He kind of puts it in his little side pouch. He kind of ties it, and he's like, "I'm gonna go." And pulls up his hood. Kind of starts stalks off into the woods for a little bit.
Okay.
You go inside the tavern, and you do see Jacob, who is it looks like he's like cleaning off the tables, and he's like, how'd it go?
Aww.
As he's like kind of spit polishing some of the stuff.
Oh my.
He's really quite nice if you can get him to start talking.
He's the sweetest thing you've ever talked to. Just you gotta get him to open up.
I see.
He can be very chatty. Don't let him chat your ear off. But you know.
Don't let him chat your... Dear
what
God.
That's what he said about you.
Oh.
He kind of looks.
I kind of grinned just a little bit.
Oh, that was so adorable.
Yeah, he can be a chatterbox. He has a lot of things to say when he wants to say them.
Winnie.
Oh God.
Winnie.
There's lightning to the heart. More damage.
Well, he did fulfill. He was very, determined to go through with your promise.
You're... Damn.
He kind of grins and he's like, I do know where he sleeps.
He said that too.
He's starting to learn.
Oh
It's about time.
I'm getting a little scared of Jacob now.
Anyway. I hope it didn't make you uncomfortable. And again, being a wingman isn't usually my specialty. Usually I have my own things to worry about. But on behalf of my friend, I figured I could step in and lend him a hand. Don't lick the wood!
See there.
He'll eat anything.
What a man. Oh.
Be your man!
Come here.
Alright, I'll just be like, well, it was a pleasant experience, so thank you, and I will see you. I may see you around, but for sure tomorrow morning. Alright. And then I'm gonna like turn around to leave, and I'm gonna go find Talavin and tell her everything.
Yes, I get to know everything.
And as we bathe.
I'm already bathed.
You were
still soaking.
You were soaking for the longest time, and by the time you feel ready to get out, you hear something. And you instantly kind of go for the nearest weapon you can find, and you see... Yeah, you see your cousin.
So nothing happens? Okay, good. No. I was afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Because there was
You tell her everything?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You
should have been taking
I
notes.
say, you did not hear this from me. I trust you to not say anything to him.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you tell her about your suspicions about what happened to Wyatt? Or do you just tell her about your lunch?
I don't. That's not. I don't want to.
But maybe just give me a warning to say that I need to be a good girl.
Yes.
And
Just be.
rage out.
I don't want to say be sensitive around him because that's like.
God.
Just. I'm like. You have to subtly approach him. He's not the forward type. Leaving chocolates in your bath.
Well, I think I'll just keep to myself for a few days anyways, so he won't have to worry about me.
Have you calmed a
I'm
little
still
bit?
sulking. I'm still disappointed in myself.
Do you
I'm calm. Yeah.
Yes, and I can tell her about well, so you said you wanted to know more. Did she say that?
Yes.
I know you said it, but did Talavin say it? Just ask me. Just
So, do you want to tell me about yourself? What have you been doing for the last 8 years?
Mainly honing my craft. I've been working with armor, and as you saw during our crocodile fight, I have become quite good at my craft.
Yes,
I
that
can
was...
bestow magic.
Those fairies were kind of awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Got to get me some.
You want fairies?
I don't know what that one is. I'm still thinking in my mind.
Nice to meet you. Let's see, so I was honing my craft, my mentor. I took my notes on my laptop, that's why I didn't have, okay, sorry. I knew I took notes on my Baxter, I'm like, where is it? It's on my laptop. Sorry. Tell me, what is a laptop?
Tell me, what is this laptop you speak of?
You mean thighs?
Lightning hits the water.
Evaporates all the water instantly. You all take 80-20 damage. No.
8? Is that what lightning does?
No.
Okay. I was like, how do you know that? Why do you know that? I need
That would be all of my...
The damage of lightning.
I could roll ones on all of them.
All ones.
Never mind. Continue. Yeah. But essentially, like, how much do you tell Talavin?
I'll say I'll keep it pretty much to the surface. I don't tell her about Jasper because nobody knows about Jasper. He's mine. And yeah, I'll talk a little bit about my mentor and stuff. And then I assume that she'll ask like why I left. And so I'll just kind of say what I said to Wyatt. I'll just be like, someone that I trust dearly told me to come find you. And so I did. They knew you would be here. I don't know how. I don't know why. But they told me I needed to come find you and stay with you. So if you will travel with me, then that would be preferable.
As long as you don't mind traveling with a monster, I'm more than happy to.
Oh,
Because I'm still being a little brat.
Oh, I'm more than happy to travel with the monster. You scare everyone else away. It makes my life easy.
See the ghost of my spirit getting my protective spirit. I'm now up.
I said it jokingly. I was like, is it too soon?
It's fine. I deserve it.
Still too soon.
I'm just like my brother. It's fine. Okay, well, I'd like to see if there's anything new at the marketplace before we head out of town. Would you like to join me?
Sure.
Okay.
We just get up and like go to leave. It's like, wait a second.
You will.
I like cleaned my armor off a little bit as well while I was soaking.
There's still a subtle stain. It might take a few more washes.
Prestidigitation.
I don't even put the shirt back on. I just strap the armor on and I literally burn.
No, it's in the armor.
No, I know, but my shirt was covered in blood as well.
Okay.
How can I burn a shirt? Can I use something to burn a shirt?
You use one of your torches, you use your tinderbox, but you don't have the... I mean, you didn't
I
your
have
entire
everything.
Pack.
Okay.
You don't have your entire backpack. You brought your weapons and your armor, but you wouldn't have brought, you know...
Hellish rebuke.
Like, use an entire spell.
Yeah, no, I
as a
don't think
reaction.
I'm going to do that.
I don't have anything.
You don't have anything?
I have radiant damage.
I mean, what?
Radiant.
Dancing lights? No.
No.
I couldn't Eldritch Blast. That's just like a blasting. What is that? Can I just like Eldritch Blast it into smithereens?
We keep Eldritch blasting it. Eventually.
I'm just gonna like
Pile of
ball it up. I don't want to litter.
It's biodegradable. Everything was biodegradable then.
I don't want to litter.
Like what? I'm just gonna
I'm just gonna like, as we're like walking back, because I just strap my armor on and I'm just like, bare chest, doesn't matter, armor on, it's fine, cloak on.
like a tank top or something, it'll be fine.
It is what it is. I don't care. They can all see I'm a monster anyways. I deserve to be embarrassed. And as we're leaving, I just like toss the shirt like away.
That's littering.
It's biodegradable.
Pick it up. I'm pretty sure. This will make me look
I'm gonna buy some
intimidating.
more.
You all head back to the town.
I have my hood on. I'm kind of a little bit sulky. I don't want people to see me. Because I don't want
You
them
hear
to be scared.
off in the distance. You hear that the pit has once again kind of resumed. Yeah, you kind of hear like the cheering, the overall jovialness has kind of returned. You all go into the town. You go to the marketplace, and the moment they see the both of you, there's this kind of subtle tension that just kind of rests.
Fuck. We gotta get out of this town.
Looking around, you don't see anybody new peddling their wares.
Oh, come on.
Just as you glance about, it's just about midday or so.
It's only it was noon though whenever they fought.
Yeah.
So wouldn't it be
And
like
each fight doesn't
3
take
o'clock?
each fight doesn't take an hour, so you probably fought around like 10:30 or so. And then by the time that fight happened and you all went and had lunch, you sat in the water, kind of
So like
contemplating
12:30?
different things. It's probably around 12:30.
Nothing new in marketplace. Hey, but that button lady has fabric, so I can go over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna walk up to her and I'm going to.
You see her and she's counting buttons.
I'm not gonna get super close because I don't want to scare her. I'm gonna be like, Miss.
Yes.
My cousin told me that you sell fabric here. I was wondering if you sold any simple
Yes.
white fabric.
Yes.
Oh god, I'm shook if right now.
She reaches underneath and
I reach for my coin purse and I just kind of tighten it a little bit. And I look down at all my that don't have any buttons on.
kind of puts this just same kind of fabrics just kind of billowing over the edge. She kind of pushes it.
What kind of fabric are you looking for?
Just a simple, warm, white or cream colored fabric.
You do see there is some kind of white fabric that's there.
Simple, like not like a cloth, not like a silky. Nothing.
Yeah, just some simple cloth, and she kind of tugs at it.
Like this?
Yes, that would be perfect.
That's wonderful. Begins to start to put away.
Oh, you want to buy it?
Yes, yes.
You want buttons?
What? What did she just say?
Do you want buttons?
I think I'm good.
Do you have thread?
No.
Actually, can I make like I want to see, I want to do like a glance of her buttons, like if there's any like horsey related buttons or something like.
Sure.
Something.
Go ahead and make a perception check. Or this would be investigation. Yours would kind of like insane. You know, but
Oh, that's a fucking bummer. 7.
7. Looking through, I mean, there are several like odd shaped buttons, but nothing horse related.
Yes, then I'm not going to get any buttons.
What did you want?
So how many yards of fabric would I need just asking for a shirt to make myself a new shirt?
3.
Yeah, probably.
3? Okay.
No more than.
How much for 3 yards? This should be like 50 gold.
Or it'll just be like a scrap of.
Oh god.
She kind of begins counting and she looks at it.
How much do you have?
Don't tell her. I got. How much did we sell that skin for? Like, pause. Notes. Where are my
She
notes?
takes out the button knife and just starts
So you have just.
Where are my notes?
just cutting the fabric and
Wait, why do you need your notes?
Oh, I'm trying to see.
dagger.
3.
Begins
Oh.
rolling up the
It
fabric.
was how much was 3 yards? 4 yards?
That was enough.
I know, but that was different. I'll give her. I'm out for 3 yards. I'm 5 gold. I have 5 gold.
Make a deception check.
Fuck. I'm not.
It was almost epic.
Almost epic.
21.
21.
Then we'll put it at 3 gold.
Oh no. So I'm going to minus myself
You can
3.
folds it up.
1, 2, 3 is 3. Okay. I don't know why I had to do that.
And hands it. Hands are kind of shaky.
There you are.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Want some buttons? I like buttons.
Pulls the fabric. Shoves it under and begins.
I'm like folding it up, and I'm like, I'm good, but thank you very much for the fabric.
Yeah.
And I turn to leave.
Yeah.
Get out of here quick.
And you're.
Alright. You all go back to your room?
I'm gonna keep working on.
I'm gonna go visit Warrior and take care of him because I probably will go sit in the room and sulk for the rest of the night.
I'm gonna work on the armor that I was making for Zoom.
You do this back in the room?
And I'm gonna work on my shirt.
Is it a nice day outside? Like for a drow elf, is it a
it's-
nice day?
Yeah, it's a little bit overcast, but you know, it's not terrible.
No, I prefer to work in solitude. I'll just stay in the room.
You go back to the room, and actually sitting outside of the door is Zoom.
Oh,
He's
you
just-
didn't have a key.
I didn't know it had keys.
Yeah, we.
That's how you
remember
rock.
Oh yeah, we
keys?
did. Okay, we did. We did have a key.
Oh, hello, Zoom.
He's just sitting.
Actually, can I change my mind? So like, do I have stuff like where I can make my own shirt?
I mean, you probably have like a small mending kit.
So like, could I just? Because actually, I don't want to go to the barn. I want to go up to the room with Nora, and then I just want to like get my to make my shirt. I want to go sit in the barn with my horse because he helps me feel better.
Okay. You probably would have to go up with her in order
Yeah,
to get
yeah,
your
no,
stuff.
that's-
So
yeah.
you all go up and you both see Zoom kind of sitting there, and he kind of looks up and
Hello, Zoom.
he kind of sees you and he kind of looks.
I'm much better, thank you. How's Nicholas doing? Oh God, did he die?
He
Oh.
he kind of looks and.
Yeah.
Nod and points.
I might try to help him out tomorrow, but not today.
And you
not
see Talal is kind of also kind of sitting with Zoom.
And I'm just gonna walk. I'm just gonna be like, I just want to apologize. I didn't mean for you all to see that. That's not who I am, and I hope you'll forgive me.
I need you to make a persuasion roll.
Fuck. What is my persuasion? Where is this persuasion? Oh, it's all the way at the bottom. Okay. No, come back.
Shatters.
Okay.
21.
That's 21. Zoom kind of, he looks more concerned. It's Talal who seems more unnerved than Zoom. You can kind of see he glances up at you. He's like, I have to admit that from what I could see was unnerving and eerily familiar. It's like, I need to see your hand for a moment.
My what?
Your hand. Your hand.
I'm going to very slowly just reach out my hand towards him.
He just touches it. He kind of breathes in for a second. And you kind of feel like this warm, tingling sensation. Just kind of almost like a warm gust of wind kind of over your hand for a moment. And what's your alignment?
I don't have one.
You do. I thought you did. We talked about it.
No.
I think it's neutral good.
I'm gonna type that in.
Let me get it.
Yeah.
How do you spell neutral?
Neutral.
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 Okay, I'm neutral good. I'm pretty sure I just spelled neutral wrong.
Or-
Is it E?
Or K or
N-E-T-R-A-O.
yeah, definitely probably neutral good. N-E-T-R-A-O. Neutral good. He takes a second. And he kind of retracts his hand, kind of goes back and sits back on Zoom's shoulder. He's like, I believe you. I recommend you try to avoid that in the future. I mean, I'm not really in a position to argue with various behaviors, but it would make my life a lot simpler if I didn't have to be afraid of where I was sleeping.
I promise. I just kind of like duck my head down.
Okay.
Whack.
And I take the key out and I unlock the door and open it for everybody.
Zoom, who was leaning against it, as you do this, like,
Oh, damn.
kind of stumbles back a little bit and you fall out.
Oops. I just kind of like look down, I'm like, and I like reach down my hand for Zoom to help him get up.
He takes your hand. He kind of gives it like a reassuring squeeze, like almost like, "Are you sure you're okay?" Looking in your
He's a good
eyes.
friend. He's such a good
I
friend.
don't want to like be all emotional, so I'm just gonna. And I help him up.
You lift him to his feet. And he kind of, and he's like still like trying to like figure out everyone's dynamic, and so he kind of gives you a little playful like tap with the back of his hand, kind of on your shoulder, and kind of gives you a smile.
I give him a grateful look. Thank you. And then I'm gonna go over to my pack and get my things, and then I'm just going to leave.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do a percept. Was there anybody in the? Well, we didn't do a perception. I don't know. I want to do a perception roll. Like a perception roll to see if there's anybody in the bar, because I don't want to talk to anybody. I want to try to avoid people. So maybe like a deception. Sneaky. I don't know if anybody's there.
Whenever you came in, you actually were really focused on getting to the room, but as you go down the stairs, you actually do see Jacob. Okay.
I'm gonna do a stealth check, and cause like I peek around and I see him, and I'm like,
Yeah, I've seen him.
and I just want to like try to like get it real
Okay.
quick,
Okay.
but I don't want to like run out and make it
Stealth
obvious. 22.
Your hand reaches for the door, and you hear, "God damn it!" You okay?
I just kind of freeze, and I'm like, oh god, and I don't even turn. I just say, I'm fine, thank you.
Think any more about the offer?
Didn't you already tell them we were going?
You weren't there.
Okay. Well, I was just. As long as you're okay with me being with you all, it's fine.
Or wouldn't it be?
And I just kind of like hunch my shoulders a little bit, and I'm just like, don't worry about it. And I just want to run away.
And you leave?
Yes.
Good enough. You spend, time. Go ahead and make it just a dexterity check.
Oh,
Not a
what?
saving throw, just check.
I'm going to do slip and fall on my face.
So since it's check, you use
What?
the number here, not the number here.
Dexterity. So the 2?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. 15.
15. Fleet of fingers, you do not stain your new shirt with any blood.
Oh my God.
As you hurriedly cut everything out, and you're just kind of being frantically sewing up your new shirt.
Yeah, this armor on my boobs is not
It's a
comfortable.
little bit sticky. Oh! It's studded leather. It sticks.
Oh god.
You don't have an undershirt or anything?
No. I only wear one shirt.
And you got rid of the one.
One job. One
That had
shirt.
Nicholas's blood all over it. I don't want that shirt.
Adriel at some point comes over. She doesn't say anything, but she kind of like sits down some dried meat kind of on a like a little handkerchief, a piece of cloth, and kind of
And I nod.
You all still hear the sounds outside. In the meantime, Talal tries to get your attention.
Me? Oh, paying attention.
Like, after, almost immediately after Talavin leaves,
Mm-hmm.
he kind of looks back and says, "Are you sure she's going to be okay?"
Yes, she'll be alright.
And nods.
So Sophia said with the lore that Drelvs are naturally, like, they do combat the stuff. Is that...
Like, most of
Is
them
it,
are
like-
naturally, like, lean on, like, the evil side.
Uh-huh.
But, like, some of them do, like, fight it. But, like, they end up being, like, outcasts. But then, like, also, usually, in the end, they end up being pulled back to the evil.
Okay.
If they can't fight it long enough.
It's
Does it depend
easier
on the-
because they're from the Underdark. It's a lot easier to gravitate towards the more nefarious
Mm-hmm.
acts and stuff.
Okay.
There are, I mean, the society that she grew up in, those elves, they pride they pride themselves in, being helpful in, providing something for society.
Mm-hmm.
And try to kind of distance themselves from other relations. And I mean, there are different clans who, some of them delve deeper into it, and then there are some that are just kind of neutral. But I mean, for the most part, and because they're from the Underdark, not a whole lot is understood about their culture.
Gotcha. I'm gonna explain that. So
he-
Talal, just kind
he's
of
like,
putting it into perspective of how, like, she disappointed herself by giving in to that, like, default.
kind of nods. He's like, he's like, there is goodness. I mean, I sensed it, at least.
Mm-hmm.
But still, it's that was hard to watch.
Yes.
He make an insight check.
Okay, that's not bad. Insight. 16.
16.
Sorry.
There's something about it that almost seems like not haunting, but he seems particularly unnerved, like he's seen
Yeah, I
stuff like
got
that before.
Yeah. So I'm gonna talk about it.
Oh,
Let's
God.
talk about it.
Yeah,
We're talking about it.
Zoom kind of goes over and he's like tidying up his armor.
Okay.
And he kind of points to the crocodile scales like,
Is it done? Oh yeah, this is for you. It's not finished yet, but I'm working on it now.
he kind of thinks and
Yes, oh, you want to sew it for me? I'm sewing it for you. You?
kind of
Me? I? For Zoom, so.
he kind of looks to Talam for a second. He kind of makes like it was like he wants to know if he can help.
Oh.
No, do you want him to help? So
Oh, that's right. I like having something to do with my hands.
he kind of looks and he's not sure what to do with himself. So he just drags the cot a little bit further over and lays down.
Okay,
Like taking a
good.
nap.
So then Talal and I are good.
Okay.
So I sense that Talal knows more.
And then in a second he kind of like sits back up and he's like points to the door.
Oh, you don't need to leave. Unless I kind of
He lays back down and like within a few seconds you hear him.
Oh, the baby.
I jump on it. No. Okay, so
So you're frantically sewing.
I'm not frantic.
No,
I'm just-
no, she Talavin is.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, frantically.
Just
Yes.
plunging your hand every time.
So let's see, what was it? Yes. I sense that bothered you more than most.
Kind of nods. It's like, we're meant to protect and do what we can for different civilizations, or for my people, for people like us, and sometimes that doesn't always happen. Things happen. Raids happen.
So that's what happened to your clan.
Kind of nods.
How long ago?
Well, right before that crow found me.
Oh,
I was going to try and get the word back to somebody.
where do you need to go?
They've probably already heard by now. It's been days, and there's nothing that can be done to save the area. And things happen. And there's risk being here.
I see.
Just seeing it was unexpected. Especially after the kindness you all showed me.
Yes,
And thank you again for that.
of course. That crow is very determined, though.
Even though technically Nora didn't even know this.
I didn't
It
know.
was Zoom that saved you.
That is true.
He kind of shrugs as like they usually are, especially around winter.
I see. If you don't mind me asking, who did the raid on you and your people?
So just a group of humans.
I was just human, damn it.
Humans?
He nods. He's like, we usually can outsmart some of the orcs. Kind of looks over at Zoom for a second. It's like I initially had, my fears, but he's a decent fella.
You're so cute. Mm-hmm. I kind of like speed up on my armor for Zoom just a little bit.
But no, this particular time was humans. A few dozen of them, actually.
What did they want?
What do all humans want?
Money and power. I'm
None.
afraid I don't have much experience with humans. Not much out of this town. This town isn't leaving a very good impression of them.
I believe they're more simple folk. With simple needs and
Like
simple
money and
pleasures.
power.
Yes. I don't think they were from here, though. They were too organized to be just a roving band of swamp dwellers.
Let me see. Did they all have any kind of mark or distinguished feature?
Thanks for a second. No? Not that I saw.
Hmm.
They were quick. Much quicker than I thought they would be. I'm gonna take a shaky breath.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't trouble you with
I was
something
quite
like this.
alright. I was curious
I was-
myself.
Mhm.
Now to ask. Why, is he a fairy? Yeah.
He's a pixie.
He's a
A pixie.
I thought it was a
He's
sprite.
a sprite. He's a sprite. Yeah, he's a sprite.
I was about to say, I was like, I wrote down
Yeah,
sprite.
he is a sprite.
I wrote down fairy dude, so that's probably not right.
No, he is a
Sprite. I was wondering why a sprite was alone in the woods.
Yes. There were a few others we were flying together. I'm trying to get to somewhere where we could raise the alarm and let them know what was going on.
See? Oh, so what's your plan now?
Get well. Hope the kindness maintains.
I don't think we're going to be kind anymore.
Give me your money.
He couldn't hold any money.
That's true.
He would have little money, maybe.
Little tiny monies.
Sprite money. Well, you're welcome to travel with us if you desire. You and Zoom seem to have formed quite a bond.
Little bestie friends.
He's very interesting to talk to. Yeah.
Yes, he-
And once you understand his form of communication.
Mm. Do you know anything about his backstory?
Him?
I'm afraid I haven't gleaned as much of his language that you have.
Oh, kind of thinks for a second. I mean, this is kind of where he's from. His father was human, and his mother was
interesting.
orc. She's the one who did that to him.
But did you still cut out his tongue?
Oh. Oh my.
He had this bad habit of warning people. He wasn't just kind of. There oftentimes in this particular region, half-orcs are created to better scope out the interior of a city. Seeing a full orc come through obviously raises an alarm in what human wants to work with. A roving herd.
Mm.
And so he had a bad habit of making sure everyone was either out of the town or was fully prepared, and so he was young.
He still is.
By comparison, yes.
Do sprites live a long time?
Yeah. I say this is like the same age as him. Like, you're a youngster. Yo.
What up, fam?
Like, he's very knowledgeable. He's very intelligent. He's just has a hard time expressing different ideas.
We should teach him to write.
We should find a way to grow his tongue back.
Oh, God.
There are ways to grow things back in this world. Because since it wasn't cut out with magic.
Well, we don't know that, do we?
Was this tongue cut out with magic?
No, it was just kind of hard yank.
Oh, God. It's disgusting. I should have done that. I think it was what?
We can fix it. Can we fix it? Yes, we can! Open up your mouth.
I'm sure he'd love to do it. Jumps on him. Open your mouth! Ah! Let me see!
So,
I can cast a message on him!
You know what?
I can speak in his mind! I'm a dummy! I could cast a message on Zoom and understand what it is saying! And that's mine because you don't need a tongue to speak on your mind!
Oh my God.
What's wrong with me?
You're fine.
It's a new character, okay? It's a new character. I don't know all of
I'm gonna check something
her
out.
fun toys yet. Who wants chocolate? What are you looking up? Tongue growing back spell?
They have to whisper back.
Whisper?
Yeah, the target hears the message in their head,
Oh!
and they can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Oh,
so
I
they
thought it
have to they whisper back to you.
Oh.
Well, we did it wrong earlier. Shoot! Okay, so then I'm not I knew that. I'm not
I
a
was kind
dummy.
of whispering.
I'm not a dummy. Well, I did kind of make funny. I was like, why are you whispering in your head? So that's
Because I already knew.
I already know things.
That's on me. Okay, that wasn't
You
me.
done goofed.
Okay.
Okay, that was just
What else do I need to know from him? So you were a guard?
nods
For who?
for my people.
Just for.
Yes.
I see.
Actually, was head poisoner.
Poisoner? Yikes.
He kind of nods and kind of shrugs. He's like, it doesn't do me very much good now. But
I mean, it could.
Unless you were trying to poison us, but
no, I wouldn't dare.
good to know. So you're good at poisoning people then?
Oh,
Were you
God.
ever a
He nods.
teacher? Can you teach me how to poison someone?
When I talk to other people you want to know,
I'm interested.
I mean, I could probably show you some tricks.
Okay. We don't have to do it now. I think it's been a pretty long day.
It's been a relatively long day. Yes.
Maybe on the road sometime.
You know, I can point out a few things if you'd like.
I would like that.
Yes.
Am I done with the armor by now?
Done with it? No.
Oh
No.
man.
No, you're carefully crafting, even though like you're very skilled. It
Takes a while.
it takes a little bit of time to dry out, to properly cut and place everything. And you're doing a good job. It'll take you a couple more days probably.
I am good at it.
This wouldn't be to enchant it. This is just to actually like.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna enchant it. That would take a long time.
That would take a long time.
Not like my own.
Mhm.
I see. Cool. So I'm just gonna keep working on that. I don't think I have any other
Right.
Nah, I don't want to like over ask questions because I'm trying to stay in character. Not super nosy, just kind of nosy.
And
Just that quiet friend.
just he's like, I think I'm going to lay down for a time. I believe Zoom has the right idea. He kind of stands and stretches, and he kind of like tries fluttering his wings again. Like,
Do you need anything else for your wings?
no, just time. Just blasted time.
Well, there's no rush. On my end, at least.
Thank you, Nora.
Thank you, Talavin.
Talel.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
I was like, yes.
You called?
He leaps out from under the bed.
Too bad there's not a window. Alrighty, that's what I do.
And he kind of lays back on a scarf. You can kind of hear him sigh a couple times, and eventually he just kind of drifts off into sleep. You finish your shirt, by the way.
Yes, that was very fast. Good job.
I'm going to like be ducking down. I'm going to take my armor off and I'm going to pull it over my head real
Quick
quick.
stealth check.
Changing in the stalls. She's changing in the stalls.
And I don't really care if somebody sees me. It is what it is. 21.
Okay. You kind of use Warren, you kind of instruct him to kind of stretch his wings a little
out,
bit. As you
please,
do, you just kind of duck and ready. Kind of hurrying. A couple times he kind of bats you in the head.
And I'm like, where? Stand still. But I'm laughing a little bit. He's making me feel better because he knows.
Good. Yeah.
He's making me feel better.
You all do anything for the rest of the day? By now, it's by the time you like finish your shirt, by the time you all have these conversations and stuff, it's probably around 3.
No.
I take a whole ass nap at 3 o'clock.
Change. Well, I mean, we do have to get up super early. Just sleep all the way through till.
What do I want to
I
do?
don't think there was anything else. We already talked. Like, that was something we needed to do. And I talked a lot. We battled and fought and.
I want to. No, I don't want to. I was going to say I want to go find Nicholas and apologize, but I don't really want to apologize.
You could go find his tooth and give it to him.
Oh, that's so disgusting.
It would make him forgive you, or at least.
I'm going to do that.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
I'm disgusting. But I'm more disgusted in myself.
Everyone's taking a kind of a relative break, and as they see you approach, some of them actually kind of like leave the area. As you kind of go back.
That's okay.
Oh, it's only a 12.
And 12. You find a lot of different teeth
Oh, God.
in the area. And kind of poke.
Can I
through
at least
the
find...
eyes.
I mean, he's missing 3 teeth because of me now.
Yeah.
His 2 front ones.
You
Can I
went
just
to the
find
two
one?
area. No. You find a handful of teeth. And you're not sure which ones may or may not be his.
I'm just gonna take all the teeth that I can find.
Yeah. So you have about 15 teeth that you find.
Oh God.
He's gonna put them all in his mouth.
Oh
Have
God.
Lots of teeth. Oh man. I guess he's in his pot. Maybe.
Yeah, where is he?
Oh no.
You make a general charisma check.
Oh no.
As you go around, you start asking people
Where is he?
to finish the job.
Finish him! What do I add for charisma? Oh,
Your charisma.
18. I couldn't find it on my paper. 18.
Where is it? 18. A couple of the people kind of look a little bit nervous as you approach, but you kind of explain things, and actually the ref, who was the one who kind of instructed, he kind of gives you this stern look, and he's like, you're supposed to, technically, there wasn't a weapon that you used. So you didn't break any of the rules, but I must say I would not recommend entering the ring anytime soon. You might find a few additional opponents.
Yes,
Nicholas isn't the best we have, but he is part of the town.
I'm sorry.
He gives you another harsh look. It's like, you didn't bet on yourself, did you?
No. I would never.
Okay. I'm gonna give you this look. Like, at least that makes it better.
I thought that was a monster and a cheat.
I will win!
No!
He kind of points over to one of the longer residence buildings and gestures, and he's like, there's a bit of an aid station on the inside. We use that to, tidy up and help bandage with what supplies we have medically. We try and put it there. That's what I find out.
Thank you. And then
Where
You
is
can-
I'm sorry.
I have my weapons now.
It's Lego.
I'm kidding.
you go inside.
That was Mackenzie and Sophie.
You go inside and you kind of ask around. Again, people kind of seem a little bit... and some of the people who actually watched the fight, one of them actually comes up and he's like... He kind of gives you this nod. He's like, that was impressive. And just leaves.
I'm not going to accept that. I'm just going to be like, oh, man.
And they direct you down one of the rooms. You go in there and his neck is completely bandaged up. One eye is just swollen. He has what looks like gauze kind of like shoved in his mouth. There's a little bit of like crusty blood kind of out of it. His eye kind of like cracks open as you open the door and his eyes fly. He starts like trying to get up, but he's just hurting. He looks very pale. He kind of almost looks gaunt.
Is there anything that I can do for him? Can I just I'm at the 24 health. Can I just give him some of my help? That's so terrible.
He's like he's trying to get up.
And I'm going to just I'm not here to harm you. I'm just here to give you these. I'm holding a handful of teeth. I couldn't find yours, or didn't really know which one was yours. So I just got a bunch of different ones.
This is not how I imagined it.
Make a persuasion roll.
I'm so
The fact that
disgusted.
you brought the teeth would have given you advantage, but given also the circumstances, that would have been disadvantage. So it's just a straight roll.
23.
seeing that you're not carrying a dagger or a sword.
Actually, I'm fully
or-
weaponized.
Let it slide.
What if she like has somebody attack me outside of the residence hall? Okay, I'm not playing games with her.
He's just watching you eyes wide.
Okay, I'm gonna put them in a little pouch, and I'm just gonna lay it on his bedside table, and then I'm also going to take out a pouch of my herbs, and I'll be like, if you chew on these, it will help you a little bit. Set them down, and I'm like, I'm not gonna apologize. No, forget about that. He threw an axe at my friend. I'm not apologizing.
He kind of glances over at the stack. Reaches out.
Oh God, no.
Pulls out the gauze.
And I'm just straight face. I'm straight face. I deserve this. Straight face. I deserve this.
Thumbs through the tea.
No. No. No.
Picks up one that looks close and
It's a molar.
Ah!
it's not a molar. It's not
Okay.
one. It's definitely one of them. It's supposed to be like a front incisor, so
Front incisor.
yeah, front incisor. He does. You hear this.
Oh God.
As he kind of sheds it.
I just kind of like glance down at the floor. I'm just like,
Just look past it.
and I'm just going to start backing away. Hopefully we can just go away.
He kind of looks away for a sec, and then kind of looks back. And I mean, like you've seen, you've bested people before. You've bested
Yes.
people in combat and fights and during your training. You know when you've won a victory, and you
I don't feel very
and you
victorious.
know the look in someone's eyes when they know they've been defeated. And he has that look now. And he just kind of wiggles the inner tooth.
Oh God, I'm sickened.
Well, a little bit. It kind of like feels a little bit with the blood as he like wiggles it into position.
I'm very straight faced.
And he just kind of gives a subtle nod. And like, you hit harder than I give you credit for, Drown.
It was almost insulting, but I'm gonna take it. I deserve it.
It's a compliment.
And I'm just gonna look him dead in his eye, and I'm gonna go. What am I gonna say? What am I gonna say? I want to say something candy almost because he deserved it for beating up on the helpless orc. Or should I say something funny like?
He just shoves the gauze back in his mouth.
Same cause.
God.
And it's the same gauze that was in his mouth before. He seemed kind of wince as it kind of
It's probably
like
like
fits
green
around
with-
his tooth.
That's fine. You can just say nothing. That's a big too.
Okay, I'm just gonna. And I'm going to bed.
As you do you turn your back on him or no?
Should I turn my back on him? I feel like it's a bad idea now. Dagger rush!
Retaliation round 2!
No!
Ding ding ding!
Oh, I know what can I say. I'm only here to protect those that won't protect themselves. And then I turn away and leave real quick.
You hear him say something, but you start, leaving before.
Fuck!
Wait, what was that? He had
Inside.
gauze in his
I want to do an inside check. I want to see if I can hear him. I dropped it!
Wait. Cursed! You kicked it?
No.
That's worse.
Oh no. I mean, I wasn't like leaving super fast. I just wanted to like turn and go in case he did retaliate. But I wasn't like running. Sophia was running away because she didn't want to have to hear him wiggle his tooth one more time. But Talavin would have just been like, oh, that's garbage. What is 15.
You do manage to hear him say, make sure you finish the job next time.
I'm outside the door, but I'm gonna freeze for a minute, and then I'm just gonna be like...
You feel his eyes on you.
Mild rage in my eyes.
And you rolled inside, right?
Yes.
He sounds sad.
Oh, fuck!
Gosh darn it, you made him human! I want to die.
Mackenzie!
I didn't say that.
I'm just gonna glance back at him, and I'm just gonna be like... No!
His eyes are glossy.
No, don't make him human. He's evil.
God damn it.
He's a bad, crotchety old man. He doesn't have emotions. But he's lonely. And he's bitter.
I'm drowning in emotions. No! I want to protect everyone. My protective side is kicking in. Oh my God, I'm cripping myself out of this hole. I'm just gonna look at them, and I'm just gonna be like, do what?
And what you saw before, when you first met him in the tavern, he just kind of had this air of arrogance, this...
We didn't bother to get to know him.
Stingy.
I don't want to talk to somebody who's playing with his
Now that
teeth.
you see him, kind of, the cot is, subpar. I mean, the entire town is just kind of like this overall wreck. And just kind of seeing him there and kind of like this bent frame and this messy cot. I'm giving you all the feels. He looks like a sad, broken old man.
I take my dagger out and I stab myself in the throat. 100 points hit damage. Oh God! Why? I need to fight a monster. Oh my God!
But the with bad emotions.
I'm just gonna look at him.
Do something!
What do I do?
Sarah, you almost killed him!
No!
You can't win!
I'm having a panic attack. Talavin having a panic attack! Ah! I'm just gonna look at him and I'm just gonna go.
There's no one else in the room.
This is hard. D&D's not supposed to be
This is not supposed to be how it feels. I'm supposed to be strong and. Oh no!
Interacting with NPCs who all have backstories, who all interact. There are elements of this that have an effect on your character.
Ah!
I'm gonna look. Talavin's gonna look saddened, and she's going to turn back and say, "You should never want that." Almost like, I don't want to say like spitefully, but like just in a way that's just like, you should never want that. I don't want to say hateful, but like it's a little hateful. I'm like, you should never want that.
Stern is the word she probably could use for that. Stern.
I want to go over and like give him some new gauze now. God damn it!
You want a sugar cube?
He doesn't have any teeth to chew it with.
You can suck on it. That's how you solve your problem. Give it to Wario. Give it to Talavin. Or Sprite.
I'm gonna like walk back over and pull some fresh gauze out of my pouch, and I'm gonna.
You just add some to it. Ah!
He looks confused. You poison it?
If I wanted you dead, I would have already killed you.
Make a persuasion roll.
God damn it!
He's sad and he's lonely, but he's still mean! How do you combat that?
19.
19.
No! Not the teeth!
Pulls it out.
Oh.
Shoves it back. Tosses it on the ground.
Oh.
And cautiously takes it from your hand. Bites into it. Fresh blood just kind of goes gathering.
But really, eat those herbs. It'll freshen you up a little. Don't swallow them.
If I do.
Don't. And then I'm going to turn and leave because I cannot take this emotional roller coaster any longer.
Make a perception check.
Oh no!
I mean, they're not going to kill him. It just tastes like shit.
He's probably gonna be crying or
Oh,
something.
God, no.
Don't see it. I don't want to know. What is it? Did you roll low? I hope you rolled low.
Unnatural 20.
No! You see it all!
He
No!
looks forlornly at the herbs.
Do not make me shove this down your throat.
No, what else does he see? What else does he see?
He doesn't take it. And, which you didn't notice before. Because, I mean, like, he was wearing other things, but there is a chain around his neck with a ring on it.
Oh, God! Oh, you've got to be kidding me! He lost his wife? What, did Killer Croc come and get him? Is that why you wanted the mandible and the skull? Did it eat his wife? And now he's like, this is my trophy! No! And we took all his gold and his chest! God!
That's back!
Oh! Why is he such a foul old man? He's gonna have such a terrible backstory! We should have left town 2 days ago.
Why'd you have to roll so high?
I don't know!
Are you leaving the town? Are you leaving the area? Are you leaving when you see this? Or you just
You can't!
I can't leave now! Like, I'm already sucked in!
I wanna
Fuck!
know!
I'm gonna, like, step back a little bit as I, like, see the chain, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm cursing myself to death. And I'm like,
so perspective.
I'm just like, were you married once? Before? I don't know. How do I say something like that, but not with like a...
Who was she?
Oh, yes. Who was she? I like that. That was so eloquent. Good job, Nora.
make a persuasion roll.
Now I want you to roll high.
Yeah, really.
Roll high.
8. I mean, like, technically it's no, it's an 8. Technically it was leaning, but I'm going to 8. Roll a fucking... What is this? I rolled unnatural 20 and then I rolled 3.
20 for the thing you didn't want to see. And now you
kind
saw
of looks, kind of hardens for a second. Okay. And for a beat, a solid beat, there's just nothing. And then,
I'm not sitting near him.
and then Mrs. Sarah.
What happened?
I got sick.
Yikes. What was it?
Shakes his head. They don't know.
My shoulders kind of sag. I'm sorry.
No, it's...
Those words taste foul in my mouth.
We're gonna taste like chocolate.
It looks like, why do you care?
Oh, why do I care?
I don't. I leave.
You just had me feel bad. Despite what happened today, I actually do care about people.
Doesn't say anything.
Well, I'm not really going to give anything else up. Let me think. Let me think if there's anything else I can say without being all like,
Oh, buddy, buddy.
I don't want to be buddies.
No, buddy, buddy. You can be friendly, but not friends. That's what I tell myself.
It's like in my head and I can see it, but I can't say it. I'm trying to think of the words. Hold on. You know, sometimes fresh starts can be good. Can be better than what you had before.
Not when you have a history in a place. Not when it's everything you know.
I chuckle. Yeah, I thought that once too. I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna start walking out. My emotions are... I'm getting tired.
Because, are you going north?
For now.
If you come across anyone named Thorn or Milsey,
Spell that.
M-I-L-S-I.
M-I... What?
I'm not there.
L-S-I.
L-S-I. In Thorn?
And Thorn.
Okay.
Tell them I'm sorry.
I stop in the doorway, my hand on the door, and I look back over my shoulder. I will, but one day you should tell them yourself. And then I walk past and I just let my hand slowly leave.
Goodbye.
It just kind of like, as I'm passing through, it just kind of, and I leave.
Okay. Yeah.
Right outside, a couple steps, I kind of like lean on the door, on the wall, and I'm just like completely drained, and I'm just like, and I feel like crying, but I'm not going to. I'm going to be strong, and I'm going to straighten.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh
I myself feel like crying.
no! I can just feel myself.
His emotions. What is it?
I got a goddamn 2. I got a 2.
Break down. Just
5. I got a 5.
It's involuntary, and you don't realize that you're even doing it. It's silent. It sneaks up on you, and it isn't until you reach the door of the tavern that
I have my hood up. This whole time I've had my hood up.
that your,
Period.
your face is just a little wet.
Just reach up. And I continue. What time is it?
By the time you kind of got everything together, it's around dinner time. Around like,
I'm gonna go
4:35,
get some dinner
an
because
early dinner.
honestly I haven't eaten anything except for some dried wild boar, and I kind of want some vegetables and some food.
comfort food.
I need the comfort
Do
food.
you have mac and cheese in
Do you have anything super unhealthy?
We've been trying to fry this
How about this chocolate?
lard in this massive tub of lard. It's kind of frying this thing. It makes this really thick, crispy thing.
Lard.
I'm gonna go towards the Sleepy Dog Inn. I'm not going to go in.
You go in, and there are a lot of different people kind of sitting at the different seats. You see a man who you do not recognize. He kind of has this nice round, full face. He's relatively lean. He just kind of has this like rounder face, kind of thin-ish spectacles with kind of hooks that hang over his ears to make sure that they don't jostle off. Strapped to his back, you see this round, chubby-cheeked baby
Oh, makes everyone
whose
better.
arms are. It looks like
She's sweeping.
she's asleep.
Just my bed.
She's sweeping.
Her arms are kind of hanging lolly off to her side, and she's leaning against his back. It looks like
My
there
heart
was some
melts
kind of.
straight out of my chest onto the floor.
It looks like there was some kind of like cloth that was kind of tied like around her bum, kind of up and around the shoulders, and so as he is like going around from place to place, like picking up dishes and doing stuff, and you also see his wife, the one who you're actually familiar with, kind of gathering stuff. You hear him go, "We'll be with you in just a moment." Begins, continues, going up, changing stuff, getting things, and he comes over. What can we help you with? Presses the things up.
I'm just here to get some dinner, if that's available.
Yeah, yes. Everything seating-wise is kind of taken. We're a little bit understaffed, but it's a good feeling. If you, we have a relatively limited selection. Is there anything in particular that you want?
What's on the menu?
We have some rice. We have some leftover pork. My wife, we have some kind of it's green. I don't know how to pronounce it. She knows how to pronounce it much better than I do. He kind of calls over his shoulder, Sona. I was like, what?
What's her name? What is her name?
Sona.
Say it again. Spell it.
Sona.
Because we didn't get that last time.
No.
He
says,
I'm
Sona.
not there.
He's like, what's that green thing? And she's like, it's just called a green bean.
It's just called a green bean. I chuckle. I'm
And he's
like,
like, it's that simple. I'm like, yes.
yes,
And
dude.
she kind of comes over and kind of gives him a quick kiss on the cheek, and she's like,
My heart
"You're an
melts right out of my
you're
chest
an
again.
idiot." And kind of gives him a little pat, and then kind of rubs Mo's back, and you kind of see her rub her face in her dad's back, and then roll back.
My eyes kind of like get a little wide, and I'm just like,
And she
my
comes
hands
over,
twitch because I just want to like.
She's like, it's so good seeing you again.
It's good to see you again too.
Yes, it's. And she kind of go to the kitchen. Yes, green beans. We have rice. We have some roasted pork from leftover from this afternoon. We are trying something new with chicken.
Fried chicken.
That's comfort food to me.
That's comfort enough. Just that.
We're just trying to get a feel for what will and won't work. You know, I'm trying out a few things here and there. Anything that you're in the mood for? Is everything okay? Kind of looks at you.
Fine. Everything's fine.
Deception check.
God damn it.
I'm not fine in real life. How is your character fine?
It doesn't matter what you roll.
No!
Wait, you might get it 20.
No! Plus
Mom's
3 is a
intuition.
15.
I don't know how moms do it. It's just like I know.
She kind of gives you this look, this kind of like soft look.
I'm gonna start tearing up again. Keep it back. Keep it back.
Oh no! I didn't mean to upset you. I just want to make sure everything's okay.
No, really. I'm fine. I'd love to try some of this new chicken. Please.
She's like,
Go.
I'm gonna put some noodles in it.
Thank you.
And she walks away.
I'm gonna just kind of like lean, like in like a. So like when you walk into the door, is it just like an open space?
You have to go up the stairs and kind of have to duck in, and then it much larger space that's kind of like raised up off of the moist earth. Lots of tables, lots of chairs, which most of the vast majority is occupied. And there's some booths kind of like over in the far.
I did tell her to go. The food like to go.
What is
Oh, damn it! There's not to go. I'm just gonna like lean up against the wall next to the door.
Okay.
Because I don't want to like sit
near
near
it.
Do you don't have your own dishes with you, do you?
No. But I'll give her some extra gold for this.
She comes back after 10 minutes or so and has this steaming bowl of...
I have myself together now.
This is a steaming bowl of broth, and you can kind of see like there's some like noodles and there are like some fresh vegetables.
It's
kind of on the inside.
ramen.
She kind of sets it kind of on the counter, pulls out, spoon, kind of gets everything together. She's like, do you like tea at all? I have a few, might, help. If you're feeling down, it always makes me feel better.
I'd love some.
And she goes and gets some, it's a white tea. It tastes like black raspberries.
Oh, I like black raspberries. Those are nice. I like them.
Black raspberries?
Yeah, raspberries aren't just red.
I'm going, well, after she comes back, I'm going to be like,
And kind of pours the tea and kind of pushes it forward.
thank you. This is very nice.
I'm glad you like it.
I like this people. You want to come on an adventure with us?
Come with us.
Come with us.
We'll take care of Mo.
Yes.
She can learn to ride a winged horse. No. I'm gonna like kind of look around and it's kind of full, so I'm gonna turn to her and I'm gonna be like, if I bring the dishes back, do you mind if I take them out with me?
She kind of looks perplexed. You want them to leave? And you'll bring them back.
Yes.
Make a persuasion roll.
What if I say that I'll give her gold and then still bring them back?
That's not what
You
said.
could just sit on the stairs.
Persuasion?
There are
I don't
whole
want to
stairs.
sit on an unnatural 20.
She looks and she's like, I suppose that's okay.
I can pay you extra for
No,
collateral?
no, it's all right.
That's the
As
word
long as you
collateral.
get it,
Inconvenience.
as long as you get it back to us, I'll believe you.
Okay. How much for the food?
We'll just put it at 8 silver.
I only have 4 silver.
1 gold piece is 10 silver.
I'm gonna give her 1 gold and tell her to keep the change.
Oh, you are so sweet. Thank you.
No,
At which
really.
point you actually hear like crying in the back.
I'm going to look over her shoulder and like almost longing eyes, and I'm going to be like, no, really, thank you.
She kind of smiles and she's like, I'm gonna go make sure she's okay. And kind of scurries off to the back, and you see the dad. You see Tomo
He's like,
leaning
"What do I
out,
do?"
and he's like, she's crying. She's like, oh, I know, and like picks up the baby, and she's like little tear streaked, and just kind of begins bouncing her. And she kind of got that the sob.
My entire
dances.
heart melts out of my chest once again and is on the
Into your
floor.
stew.
Into my stew. Yes. My ramen. I'm going
They're
to
nice,
take.
long, thin noodles.
Oh yes, I'm going to take them outside. So I'll go outside. Is there anywhere like?
It's a little bit chilly outside.
There's like nowhere clean to like just like sit down next to a tree.
This
Is
an
it getting
outdoor
dark?
setting. It's starting to. The suns are starting to
Is
set.
it? Is there like any like light in the stable perchance?
There are a couple of lanterns.
I'm going to go into the stable and I'm going to go eat my food with Warrior again. He makes me happy. I can't help it. He makes me the happy
Kind
guy.
of snorts.
I pull out the sugar cube and I'm like, you've made me feel good all day.
He looks so suspicious
You should
of
try to
it.
give him a noodle.
I should try to give him a
He
noodle.
just kind of looks at you like.
I'm going to try to give him a noodle
Would
instead.
horses eat noodles?
Hey, look, my horse, my Arabian drank beer and ate bananas. Okay? Horses will eat fucking anything, I
Make an
swear.
animal handling check with advantage.
Okay.
Because, you know,
okay. I do have advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got the 13.
Me.
I don't know, with a 13 plus 6 is
19.
19.
That's pretty good.
He looks at it.
Come on,
Kinda
you should
smells it.
try it.
His lips kind of go out. And he kind of eats it and kind of.
I kind of grin at him. I just kind of give him like a scratch behind the ears, and I'm like,
He kind of shakes his head like. He's not sure how he feels about the noodle. Not sure.
I kind of laugh. I
meat
would
taste.
chuckle. I chuckle a little bit, and then I'm gonna actually turn to my saddlebag, and I'm gonna get out his grain, and I'm gonna grain him before I sit down to eat. And I make sure he has fresh water,
He has fresh
fermentation. And make sure he has fresh egg.
And Adriel, it looks like Adriel has actually been through.
I'm just making sure. I'm just making double checking. And then I'm going to sit. Is there like a hay bale perchance outside this stall door for me to like sit?
I
mean, I'll sit in the stall, I don't care.
Outside, there are some outside.
The barn?
Yeah, outside the barn.
No, I'm gonna
Wait,
just.
no, there's a little place where Wyatt was.
Yeah, but that's way up there, and he might be up there again. I don't really want to like chance
Go up
it.
there like I'm gonna need my noodle.
He's up there. He's like, "Ah!" Just slowly go back down. No, I'm not gonna chance it. I'm not. I want to roll a perception check.
Oh, man.
Natural 20, 26. Give me the deets. Who's in the barn?
Knowing that someone was up there earlier, you take a second and you hold your breath and you do kind of like hear the sound of the stalls, the natural sounds. But you also hear something that you're not familiar with. A little.
Okay, I'm gonna take with my noodles.
Noodles.
I'm gonna start like slowly, very slowly, like eating them a little bit, so that I'm still being quiet.
Make a stealth check.
I was looking at her and I was like, don't stealth check me.
Slurping the noodles.
You are
11.
11.
I'm slurping very loudly.
You kind of, and one of them kind of smack. You kind of, and the sound stops.
Damn it.
For about 5 minutes. You kind of like listen, and you hear.
I want to investigate. Can I investigate?
Do you finish your noodles first or what?
I thought I was finishing my noodles one.
I mean, you're kind of eating. You're about
It's
like
not gonna like leave by the
you're
time
not through the bowl.
Okay, I'm just gonna quickly, but deliciously, all over my new shirt, raw.
Quickly but deliciously.
I'm just going to like finish it off, and then I'm going to like I'm gonna drink some of my tea, and then I want to investigate.
Okay, well, investigation check.
Do an action.
16.
16. Based on that kind of investigation, it is coming from above your head. It is coming from like the loft.
Man. I'm gonna go up there. God damn it! Why it's gonna be up there? I can just feel it in my bones. There's some creature of death. Madison's gonna pull up that giant thigh and be like, "Roll for your death." I'm like, ah! Okay, I'm going to go up there. I'm going to like. I'm gonna have a dagger. No, I'm not, because I don't want to scare it if it's not the harmful animal.
Just hide the dagger. Like, you know that you have one on you.
Yes. Okay.
Maybe.
I'm going. Is there like a ladder, or am I going to like?
Yeah, there's a ladder.
Okay. Well, I'm going to like stealthily go up the ladder.
You know what you're gonna have to do since you said the word stealthily?
Damn it.
You're gonna have to be stealthy.
Be stealthy. Not stealthy.
8. Clunk, 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 clunk.
You haven't been up in the loft area, and so as you can go over it, and the sound stops. And you're like, what do you do?
I'm going to like go up a little bit more. Can I roll another stealth?
You pause there, you go up a little bit more.
It's just like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, you're about halfway up the ladder when it.
Wait, I'm not that big. It cannot get out under my weight.
It was a hissing like a. What kind of creature?
I have no idea. Like a. Maybe it's gonna be.
You
Like a.
make a perception check.
Like no, you hear like a whimper. Maybe like a.
Natural 20. Well, you said it's a perception plus 6, 26.
26. In a bursting moment, you kind of scurry up, you look over, and it's Wyatt.
No! I knew it! I'm gonna be like, oh! And then I'm just gonna like, so stunned that I just release and I'm just gonna slide down the ladder in embarrassment. Is he sleeping? I did do good.
He's awake, sitting by.
What is he breathing like that? Is he okay?
Is he smoking?
Oh no!
God, please don't be smoking.
He's spinning a top. The sound you were hearing, as you come up the stairs, the sound you hear. As you're sitting there, it's still, and then as it teeters over on either side.
And now we're just looking at each other, I assume.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like. I thought you were a creature.
No.
Sorry to bother you. I'm gonna like slowly. And then right after I'm like almost all the way down, I'm gonna be like. I'm just gonna like climb back up and like just like my eyes.
He's still watching. He's like dead eye contact with you.
I'm just gonna be like, I'm really sorry about earlier. I hope I don't make you uncomfortable.
You hear. It's okay.
And I'm gonna just like pause, but then I'm gonna be like, no, I'm gonna just leave him. That was a good enough note for us. And I'm just gonna like quickly go back down the ladder.
Come back down the ladder. After.
I fucking knew it was gonna be Wyatt. That poor thing's probably petrified. I'm gonna like go over to Warrior and I'm just gonna like hang my arm over his neck and I'm gonna be like, dude, why am I a fucking idiot? Very softly. And I'm just gonna give him another scratch. I'm gonna give him a.
Wait, how loudly do you say it?
Not very loudly. I whisper it. I'm saying whispering in my horse's ear. I'm like whispering in his ear. I'm just like, why am I an idiot?
Just the fact that you
There's. Oh!
I mean, there are a bunch of barrels and crates and stuff like that, so it's like mostly like you see him say.
Then of course, like I like jump up and I'm like,
Yeah.
and then he's like, ah! I probably scared the shit out of him. Yikes.
After a few minutes of you resting your head on Warrior, you hear.
I'm gonna just shake my head and I'm like, fucking talk. And then I'm gonna leave. What time is it?
By the time you kind of finish your food and finish your investigation, it's probably been about like 45 minutes or so. So it's around like 6 o'clock or so. It's
only 6
It's like the suns are starting to go down.
Damn, Mackenzie. I'm going to take the bowl and the other utensil in the cup, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to return it to the sleepy dog.
That they are they're dying. You return them, and she kind of looks relieved a little bit whenever you come back. Like, oh, I'm so glad that you got them back.
The food was absolutely delicious.
Oh, was it? We were
Delicious.
trying something a little bit different.
Well, I 100% recommend it. It was magnificent. Thank you.
Wonderful. And now you see strapped to her back is Mo, and you kind of see Mo like.
the heck?
Oh, like it's just
I'm going to like grin, and I'm just gonna like.
You go.
I place my hand over my heart, and I'm just like, oh, she's beautiful.
Yes, she is when she's not being so fussy. Kind of wiggles in her.
Oh, my heart
Is
is.
Mo like the only baby that we've seen?
Yes.
Only child? It's mainly adults.
Yeah, mostly adults.
And I'm going to nod my head again, and I'll be like, thank you again. I'm going to turn to leave.
Have a lovely evening.
You too. Thank you.
And you go back into your room. Or where do you go? You go back in?
It's like 6 o'clock and I'm just kind of bored. I kind of want to go for a ride. That's what I've really been wanting to do. But that's kind of late. I feel like Warrior would be upset with me. There are giant crocodiles laying around.
And you're going on a journey tomorrow.
Yes, this is true. He needs to be.
Yes, I will make my way back to the Vulgar Pony.
You go back inside the vulgar pony. You still hear the distant sounds of the fight pit that is still occurring, although there are a lot more drunken shouts
Yikes.
that you notice. The interior is kind of low lit. There are a couple of people who are like playing cards over in the corner. You do see Jacob, who's kind of standing there. He seems to like have relatively like taken up being the primary barkeep
Oh,
of
God.
the area.
Should I help him since this is technically my fault?
You could. You get more time.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Say like me and
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna.
You see him?
Need a hand? Since technically your situation is my fault.
It's like, it actually puts me in a pretty advantageous position. Now, if all the ale's gone, what are the people going to drink? You've actually significantly increased my business.
You're welcome?
He kind of gives you this like half dashing smile as he like continues like cleaning up the counter. He's like, "Do you know what all of these marks here are for?" Pointing to the teeth.
I like look away really quickly. Permutation. Prestidigitation.
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 There you go.
Just
It just cleans it. So
I'm gonna be like,
distinct.
don't worry about it.
Great. Well, if you want to help, absolutely. Everyone started getting a little bit cranky, so I just started dishing out the ale, and they seemed to not object. Which, you know, if I make my own tips,
Every little bit helps.
every little bit helps.
Well,
Precisely.
what do you need me to do?
And from there, he kind of instructs you of like, oh, like we're just like taking things out to the fight pit, you know, just kind of pouring wine, pouring ale, encouraging sales.
Okay.
Which-
I can do that.
He kind of thinks for a second, then he's like, this could be really great, or this could be really not so great.
Please do not tell me to put the skirt on, because it's not gonna happen. I am not a barmaid.
No,
Good.
don't do that. It's too cold for that. No, what I was thinking instead is, we're thinking about like the face of the vulgar pony.
He's looking up at the crocodile.
Oh god.
I just imagine it hanging over everywhere. Like,
This gaping, toothless
As he's
skull.
thinking, he's like, you were one of the champions of the pit. So you could either terrify everybody and have them buy stuff, or you're going to go after them. Or you could, you know, sell up the brand.
Are you saying you want me to scare people into buying your product?
I mean, that's one tactic. I'm not saying that's what we should do, but yeah, it's still a possibility. He kind of grins. You get the sense that he's kind of probably like teasing you a little bit.
he's teasing.
What the- I want to like,
How are you gonna respond? He's teasing
I don't know.
Do you like being teased?
Not really.
Tease him back.
I don't know how to tease people.
Do you need the tissue too? Laugh, crying.
I'm gonna be like, okay, let's do a competition, and you can choose what I do.
Competition.
Yeah.
Are there bets?
Do you want there to be?
If we can make a profit, I mean, yeah.
I mean, I do have a lot of strength. I could arm wrestle people.
I don't know. Something fun. We got to do something fun.
We could do something fun. I have to think on it. And he continues kind of tidying up and cleaning.
I'm like, prestidigitation, everything that I touch.
After a while,
Everything glows behind you.
He's like scrubbing. He just stops and starts watching.
And I'm just like, everything around me, I'm just like,
Yeah,
God, I don't want to touch any of this. I'm like touching every mug behind me. I'm just like,
and as if years of grime were just being washed away. It's like it melts.
This kind of helps
off.
Nicholas too, so I'm being nice.
Yes, you are being nice.
You're being very nice. He's like, actually, if you could handle the inside here, I could run barrels out.
That would probably be better. I might scare away clientele out there at this point.
You have a valid point.
Bye there.
Hair floating in there. You shall not pass without drinking this ale. Chug, 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 chug. I'm gonna take the rag from him. I'm like, I got it.
You spend the rest of the evening kind of tidying up, making sure everything kind of is clean, and he continuously runs barrels out. And you see that he has any of the coins that were from the wine bottles themselves that he and Wyatt has created, that's in a separate pile. And then everything from the vulgar pony is actually in a different pile.
Oh wow, he's really that
He's
nice.
very nice. You should give
If you dare.
Nicholas his chest back.
Oh, God.
Just put the money back in the chest. We don't need a chest anyway. We have back.
Okay, fine.
It's a nice chest.
It was
so good to win that from you at the time.
And then it's just give it back.
So is it at the end of the night?
And by the end of the night, you all have kind of accumulated, and he kind of slides like 10 gold over.
I'm going to take it, and because I'm such a bloody pushover, I'm going to put it in the chest, and then I'm going to take the coins that are for Nicholas, I'm going to put them in the chest, and then I'm going to put the chest back where I remember him having it.
And you made sure that you took out our coins.
Oh yes,
You
yes.
did not
My coins are in my pouch. We never put any
You have a
coins.
nice hefty stack of coins that's kind of bulging a little bit.
Yikes! I should probably put that in there.
You should probably do something with that. It's fine.
Yes.
You do have a lot of money. That's awesome.
Tidy everything up. And at the end of the night, he kind of grins. He's like, "You did fight well."
I don't know if that's what I would call it.
As he's kind of like wiping off his hands, he's like, "I mean, we got caught up in the moment.
Sure.
I mean, I'm pretty
that's
sure,
what you can call
pretty
it.
sure that
Comfort you.
one guy is, he's not going to be having half the kids he should be."
That is true. He did get a couple nut shots. And I didn't go that low, but
You went high.
I'm just gonna kind of chuckle. Like, true. But no one deserves that.
He kind of thinks, "No, some people do."
Well, hopefully I'll meet those people one day.
I certainly hope so. Scared the living daylights out of them.
Yeah. Hopefully.
You said you give me an answer by the end of the night. Are we in business? He takes your hands, shakes it.
Absolutely.
He has a nice firm handshake, and he has a little bit of callus.
Oh yes, the handshake is everything.
And despite for working, for most of the day, he doesn't smell terrible.
What does he smell like? I want to know.
I mean, like he's been
white chocolate. He's been drinking.
he's been working for most of the day, so I mean, like usually,
So,
you work in a
just-
tavern, you work in a,
Quick question. Have I noticed how much he's selling these bottled wines for?
no, you haven't asked him, you haven't noticed.
Are you gonna buy one?
Yes, and I'm going to drink the whole thing before I go to sleep.
That's how we deal with our problems.
As he's like kind of packing up things, he's like, technically I'm not actually the owner of the business or anything, so I'm actually going to turn in for the night. If this is loss. He kind of takes up his own earnings, kind of scoops them in. He's like, "You haven't seen Wyatt, have you?"
My shoulders drop. And I look at the ground. I'm like, well, I may or may not.
Sneaky's been trying to get away from me.
Well, if you really want to know, I may or may not have surprised him in the loft earlier.
I knew it. He kind of scoops up the rest of the coins, kind of ties it, and he's like, "Can't sleep out there, he's going to get frostbite again." Oh my gosh. He kind of starts muttering under his breath, and he's like, "Nick takes care of himself, doesn't know any better." Have a good day.
But before you go, how much for a bottle of wine?
Earl looks for a second, he's like,
I won't take it for free.
"And a copper." Sets it up.
I have 2 copper, I give him 2.
And so he takes it, he's like, "This is just pity. I asked for 1.
I'm not laughing, that was Sophia. That was Sophia!
We have to
1 copper
distinguish ourselves.
was pity. 2 is just payback.
Pitiful payback. Shoves the coins kind of gives a quick little salute and heads outside.
So
And I'm going to go up to my room.
As you're like on your way, you hear no
Oh God.
from outside, and it's coming from the loft of the barn.
I flinched a little bit and I'm like, oh, maybe I should have. Well, he won't tell him that I
You
told
hear
him.
dun, 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 and then this sound of like sliding. You can't make me.
I like stop in the stairway and I like look back and I'm like,
After about 15 minutes or so, like if you stay kind of in the area,
I'm gonna like creep back down because I kind of want to see this. I'm gonna like peek my head out the door.
Wyatt is actually trying to dive off the roof. Oh. Jacob just has him by the ankles and he's like, no, you're coming and sleeping inside. And he's like, no! So like dragging him back. And Wyatt just kind of looks at you, he's like,
I'm down here like laughing my complete ass off. Like I'm just like,
he sees you and he kind of like freezes up. He's dragged back.
and I'm just like, oh. And I kind of look around and I'm like, oh God, that's my fault. I'm gonna run back upstairs. Before he
There's
comes.
the sound. And then like after, a few more minutes, he opens the door and kind of shuts it behind him, Wyatt kind of in tow.
I'm like halfway up the stairs and I look back. I'm like, oh.
He's kind of like, partially shoving him up the stairs. He's like, you can't sleep outside. And he sees you on the stairs and freezes.
And I'm just like, my bad, bro. And I'm just gonna.
I'm not there.
I'm not there.
I would
You
hear
go
like
to your
a
room and after a
commotion in the
couple
hallway.
minutes, you hear like some muffled shouting from outside, and you kind of glance outside of your room. You see Talavin, who's kind of like mechanically walking up. And after a while, you hear some more clatters, and it's like, I told you, you can't sleep outside. And it's just kind of this muffled. I told you, you can't sleep outside. It's like, I wasn't going to sleep outside. I was going to wait till you fell asleep and then found a better place to sleep.
I'm snickering under my breath. I'm just like, oh God. They're so cute.
Zoom is still passed out asleep,
Ow.
although he went from his initial curled up positions to now kind of like being sprawled out. His arm is kind of draped off the center of the part.
Is he covered up with his blankie?
Part of him is covered up with it.
I'm going to immediately go over and cover him up with his blankie.
It's not big enough to fit the way he's kind of sprawled himself out.
Do I have more blankets? You have extra blankets. Give me your blanket.
You have a bedroll.
I know, but I gave it to
Yeah,
Talal.
yeah, he's...
Talel's
I
using it.
mine.
Give it to me.
Yeah, we have
No.
a bed. You can.
Can I borrow your bedroll?
Yes, of course. If you give me a sip of that wine.
Absolutely.
I smell it.
Absolutely. Alcoholics. And then I like,
kind of drape... You kind of like... kind of tuck different elements of him in, but eventually you kind of like get him and he's just still passed out asleep.
I just want to kiss his forehead.
but I'm not going to. That would be weird. Not going to kiss his forehead.
Talal
This is my
Talal
mom.
is awake and he
Same
kind of
age.
watches you enter and he does kind of stiffen a little bit, but he gives you kind of a relatively timid nod. And
Why are all these characters so detailed?
God damn it. And then I'm going to pull out the cup and get my wine. And you're going to pull out your cup and I'm going to
Cup.
pour each of us some wine.
Oh, look
And then
at
I'm going
wine.
to like hold the bottle towards Talal. You want some?
Right?
make a persuasion
I
roll.
don't do that. No. Right? That would be.
Natural 19, persuasion plus 5, 24.
Kind of looks, he's like, are you offering me the rest of the bottle?
No. But you're more than welcome to have as much as you want as long as it's not the whole bottle.
There's no way I could drink that much.
Do
you have a...
We've been sewing all
Passive
day. We
thought.
have thimbles.
Oh, we have thimbles. They don't have holes in them.
Thimbles don't have holes in them.
Oh, they don't? I thought they did.
No.
That's my fault. That's my fault. Look.
They have
I'm gonna pull it out. I'm like,
little divots.
not like that. I realize what I do after I do it. I'm gonna just like very carefully, and I'm just like,
Make a dexterity check.
damn it. The wine spills everywhere. Oh, fuck.
I just paused. Not like that.
Plus 4.
Not like that.
11.
Right as you begin to pour it, you see like a little bit of like lint at the bottom. You kind of like,
Oh, no!
it kind of overflows, and you're like. You kind of set the thimble and kind of push it over. And kind of smells the wine. It's like, it's raspberry.
In white chocolate. I've been selling it for too long tonight. Let's just drink.
And he's like, thank you. And he gives a nervous smile.
I'm just gonna take the whole bottle.
Chug.
I'm going to have about how many cups of wine? It's like
It
usually
doesn't
like
matter.
a
We're
regular
drinking the whole bottle.
Okay, we're drinking the whole bottle. That's fine with me.
Minus the thimble.
Minus. Does he want more than one?
He.
I mean, that is a lot for a little fella.
Hey, little fella.
I did not say that out loud. That was Sophia talking, because I already called him a little fellow once and he didn't really appreciate it.
No, he didn't appreciate that at all. He, based on his like overall physique and kind of his overall demeanor, he doesn't drink a lot of what is in the thimble.
Okay, that's
Partially because he is still like trying to focus on like healing himself, trying to still be aware of stuff that's going on. As you can
Alcohol's the best time.
Bro, we about to have a
Dude.
bad headache. Wine gives me a bad headache.
I mean, it depends on the alcohol.
You all
content.
eventually collapse and fall asleep.
With
But not
bottles in
before.
hand.
And actually, there was a candle that was lit, and you all hear
I thought
that
they
same you hear that same imperceptible snap, and it extinguishes.
Oh, before I fall asleep.
Wait a second. Can we be like jokey and laughy and we're all like
Like we've been
Like we
all
used
day.
like some of our characters have been all like we're cool.
We're supposed to be cool.
As long
guys.
as no one can hear. As long as we're we can be.
I was thinking let's be loud as shit. Not
No, because Nora's.
Oh,
I need
please.
to do
But technically wine would make you a little
Alarm.
bit
alarm before I get wasted.
Tipsy.
On
Yeah, nice and
tipsy.
tipsy.
I'm gonna do alarm.
You do alarm,
Takes me 10 minutes. I'm like, just give me 10 minutes.
and before the
minutes.
night is up, you realize you don't really care about that alarm. You almost want to open the door just to feel the tingling sensation ripple through the back of your mind. You elect against it, but you know it's still the initial thought of I did this thing, but why bother?
What's the issue?
There's no issue here.
Yeah, until somebody fucking I'm gonna smack your hand away thinking of
Yeah.
that large burly
he
black
has-
chest haired nasty man from the bath. That's all I can see and I'm like, no! Absolutely not.
Some more wine.
Okay, here you go.
Talbell just kind of watches quietly for He just kind of watches, and as you guys like imbibe more and more, like he's a little bit pink here, but he's alright.
He's alright.
He's alright. After spending the evening talking maybe about something, maybe about nothing at all, but reflecting on the day's events, and as the candle kind of snuffs out, you all are left alone with your thoughts, and you are pulled into unconsciousness. And that's when
Why